What's going on, everybody? It's Blackjack. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Ethereal Enigma, a game that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna also butcher its name by, as I have heard a million times that crystalline was supposed to be crystalline, and I'm pretty sure ethereal was supposed to be ethereal, although I'm sure someone will be like, no, it's ethereal. But whatever, I don't care. We're back here with another PixelFade game. This is the demo for a game that's supposed to be released in 2020. They currently have a Kickstarter going in which they're damn near at least their starter goal of 35,000 Canadian dollars, which is like, I don't know, $1,000 here in America. But either way, we're gonna go ahead and get started today on the demo. And I'm glad to join you on this journey because I have already been drinking and I'll be drinking a little bit more. So let's have some fun as we look at all of our main characters here in ass shot form and we get started. Oh, look at me, I'm the main character. Look how suave I am with my button-down shirt, which I've unbuttoned about 2 buttons, which is the perfect length to unbutton your shirt. Always get rid of the collar and unbutton one more. Oh wait, no, he's only unbuttoned the collar shirt, but apparently that's deep enough for him. Either way, first name, let's go with Kyrien, perfect. Kyrien, drunker guard. Perfect. There we go. Drunker guard. There we go. Perfect. He's no. I don't know. I wake to the sound of shuffling. My mind feels fuzzy, still floating somewhere between dreams and reality.
Good morning.
Hi. Wah. Someone pulls back the curtains, blinding me with a blast of searing sunlight. It takes a moment for my vision to adjust before I recognize my room. With a groan, I squint to see my cousin. Great. Manami. I guess it would be Minami. Of course she'd be the one waking me up. The two of us grew up together, and are more like siblings than extended family. She's not romanceable. Do you hear that? Not romanceable. She's always been an early bird, and I still don't understand how she's so energetic every morning. Her grin is wide and bright.
Today's the first day of school. Come on, time to get up.
No. My first day as a high school freshman. Nope, sleepy time. She's right, time to get up. Nope, right back to sleep. I groan, rolling away from her. 10 more minutes. Something soft whacks the back of my head. Ah, hey! I roll around to see Mina brandishing one of my pillows. She grins devilishly. Yeah, put my pillow down, please. I'm trying to sleep. Thank you.
I don't think so, lazy bones. You'll be late if you fall back asleep.
Listen, I drank last night. I was very comfortable in my sleep, and I have a bit of a hangover. How about you stop doing what you're doing and just let me be late? Too exhausted to think of any witty thing to say. I have a hangover? Why does school have to be so early? That's a good animation. My eyes begin to flutter shut again, but a soft whack to my face reawakens me. God, really?
Come on, it's time to get up.
Hey, look, it kind of looks like the room in Kaori After Story? A little bit, but like the layout's obviously different. But it's kind of nice to see that they're like incorporating like new art styles, but like putting little different things in there. She playfully swings the pillow at my shoulder.
You're gonna miss breakfast.
She hits me again, and again I try swatting the pillow away, but to no avail. She is merciless. Come on, it's a pillow. Swat that thing away. Just like bat it straight up. Reluctantly, I admit defeat. Okay. She swings the pillow just as I scramble out of bed. I manage to snatch it out of her hand. See, it wasn't that hard. I'm up. Jeez, you couldn't have found a gentler way to wake me up? She grins.
I could have, but would it have been as effective?
Listen, I hit snooze on my alarm clock whenever I feel like it. It wakes me up in 9 minutes instead of 10 minutes, but it feels more urgent. I open my mouth to argue, but stop myself. She's not wrong. I mean, yeah, but still. Mina puts her hands on her hips, obviously proud of herself.
That's what I thought. Meet you downstairs.
I mean, that's the air, not your hips, but sure. She walks out of my room, clearly feeling smug. I scrub my hand down my face, yawning. I need the hustle if I want to make it in time for breakfast. I quickly get dressed, then run to the bathroom to brush my teeth and tidy up my hair. Every step of the way, I feel like a zombie, rubbing my eyes. I try to ignore the exhaustion rippling through me. When I make it downstairs, I'm greeted by the sweet smell of fresh bread.
Good morning, sweetie.
Hi, mother. Or auntie, whatever, sure thing. Same thing. Auntie Emiko beams at me. She already dresses for work, her hair pulled up into a messy bun. Mina sits across from her, chewing on some toast. By the way, those pixel faders out there, would you like to see me do another run of Ace Academy? Because I'm kind of tempted to. I haven't seen the Valerie or the other ones. Just drunk me, completely forgot her name. Yuna, and then the other one whose name is just completely just dropping out of my head right now. Ending. So if you'd like to see another one, let me know. Anyway, she already dressed for work, her hair pulled up in a messy bun. Mina sits across from her, chewing on some toast.
Breakfast is on the table.
I'll see no breakfast. She gestures to a plate with homemade bread and jam.
Your uncle baked it himself for your first day. I hope you like it.
Kaito? I grin. Thank you, Aunt Emiko. This smells delicious.
Of course. Well, I better go help your uncle at the bakery. You know how people need their anpan before work. Have a great first day, you two.
Is there any vodka in this orange juice? One of the perks of having an aunt and uncle who own a bakery is that I get to eat delicious bread and pastries 24/7. Ah, yeah. All the fat, baby. All the carbs, really. Actually, not fat. I mean, there is fat, but like, anyway. Normally, Mom and Dad would greet me in the morning too, but they've left again for one of their business trips, although they travel frequently. I'm never lonely. Having my aunt, uncle, and Mina in the house keeps the place lively. Okay, I can't wait to hear what happened to the parents. After we finish eating, Mina and I grab our book bags. Do you have everything?
Yep.
Cool, let's get going. I swing the door open and we begin our trek to school. Town is already bustling to life with people going to school or work. I'm in Doki Doki country. No. A nice breeze tosses in my hair and cools my skin. It's a pretty convincing cell phone noise. I feel a vibration in my pocket. Taking out my phone, I notice a message from my mom. Oh, that's right. Sorry. I was like, I wonder what happens to the parents. And I was like, they literally just said it. I'm dumb. Good luck on your first day of high school, honey. Wish we could be there to send you off. A moment later, a text from my dad follows. Have a good day at school, son. I know you'll do great. Don't forget to look after your cousin. A smile spreads across my face. Even though it's late where they are, my parents haven't forgotten to check in with me. I quickly respond to them with a thank you text. Mina has a silly smile on her face. Her parents must have texted her too. My parents must have texted her too. What did my parents text you? She hugs her phone to her chest.
Not telling.
Great. As we walk further, my aunt and uncle's bakery comes into view. A cluster of junior high school students pause by the entrance. Mina's face brightens.
Aw, look at them. They're so cute. It seems like just yesterday we were starting junior high.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's crazy to think we're finally freshmen. Mina nods in agreement. We're only 2 days apart, so Mina and I have always been in the same grade. Mom and Aunt Emiko like to joke that there must have been something in the water. I overhear one of the students talking about swimming. Mina used to swim in junior high. I wonder if she wants to continue it. Are you planning to try out for the swim team this year too?
You bet.
Are you nervous? She shrugs, then flashes me a sly smile.
You'll come to all of my competitions, right?
No. You bet. I would never miss a chance to see all the breasts. No, if you want me to. A shrug. Sure, if you want me there. We're making the MC a complete asshole. Mina bumps me affectionately.
You better be there. Who else is going to cheer me on?
I don't know, maybe you're... Actually, no, it would be your mom and your dad. I match her grin. You're right, of course I'd be there. Mina suddenly stops, digging into her backpack. What are you looking for?
My water bottle. All this talking is making me thirsty.
Yeah, have fun with that. Surprise watches over her face.
Oh no, it's not here. Wait for me, okay?
Nope. Huh? It's just a water... She darts off the way we came. Bottle. I sigh, leaning against the side of a building. At least Mina discovered it sooner rather than later. Knowing her, there was an equally good chance that we'd have reached the school before she'd have noticed.
Hey!
Someone calls out to me, interrupting my thoughts. I blink, recognizing the voice. Oh hey, it's that guy that I wanted to audition for and then I broke my foot. Kosei struts up to me to meet me. He and I have been best of friends since the 6th grade. We met when playing sports together, and we've been inseparable ever since. His humor makes him fun to be around, and his competitive spirit keeps things interesting. Today, Kosei's hair is even more styled and well-kept than usual. He looks like Tai Kamiya from Digimon. He's just as upbeat and confident as I remember. A few girls glance at him as they pass by. He catches their eyes and puffs out his chest, sauntering up the sidewalk. The girls stifle their giggles, which only encourages him. Kosei grins, carding his fingers dramatically through his hair. It looks so ridiculous that the girls finally start laughing, turning to whisper to each other. He grins from ear to ear and claps me on the back.
Hey man, how's it going?
Oh no man, how? I mean, it just kind of goes. I'm waiting for my silly little cousin to come out of the house with her water bottle or whatever. Good, you?
Great, obviously. Didn't you see how those girls were checking me out?
Yeah, sure did. It would have been perfect. I would have just all I would have to do is just I can't speak. Be a complete asshole. I don't have the heart to tell him the truth. Checking out a complete pleb. The truth may be painful, but he needs to hear it. I don't have the heart to tell him the truth. I don't have the heart to tell him the truth. A nervous laugh puffs out of me. Oh yeah, yeah. I think they definitely like you, for sure. Yeah, you, buddy. Somehow his grin broadens.
Of course they do. That's not even a question. I can't wait to see all the girls waiting for me at school.
Yeah. He turns to face me.
Mina didn't come with you today? That's highly unusual.
Yeah, no. I mean, she'll be right here in 2 seconds or 20 minutes whenever she finds her water bottle. She did, but she had to get something. Kosei scoffs.
Typical. It's finally the first day of high school and she's still unprepared. Speaking of school, what are you looking forward to this year?
Girls. I hate that was actually one of the options. Doing well in all my classes and sports. The girls' new uniform. Okay, never mind. It wasn't quite the option. It's not necessarily the girls. It's the girls' new school uniforms. In which now I kind of gotta go away from that. Nothing's nothing. School is boring. Perfect. Looking forward to being home and as soon as possible so I can drink. Said my last name, Drunkagard. Kosei laughs.
Oh, come on. You're not even a little excited?
No, school's lame. Nope. Kosei grins.
Well, I am.
That's unfortunate.
Hi, I'm back.
Hello! We turn at the same time. Mina shifts her bag over her shoulder, out of breath and flushed from running. A slow, knowing smile spreads across Kosei's face.
And where were you?
Ah, jeez, wow. I mean, you're totally ready to flex for all the other girls, but fucking my cousin shows up. You're like, and where were you? Obviously, he knows what's up.
Oh, I just had to grab something really quickly.
His grin broadens.
Why? Because you forgot something?
That is not a broadening grin. That is a deepening frown.
What? No?
Liar. You totally did.
Mina huffs, feigning indifference.
So what if I did? Don't be so nosy.
Kosei sighs.
Scatterbrained and it's only the first day. You'd probably forget your head if it wasn't attached to you.
Scatterbrain, a great track by... Why am I blanking on Beck's last name? I had it and then it just went away. Anyway, she scoffs.
You only wish you could be scatterbrained.
Why would I wish that?
Because you'd need a brain in the first place for it to be scattered?
Kosei sputters.
What? Hey!
He crosses his arms.
Whatever. I'm just saying, unlike you, I take the first day of high school seriously.
See, that's your problem, Kosei. You're too serious about high school. She chuckles, rolling her eyes.
Whatever you say, Gary Oak.
Well, there's a reference. He chokes. You know, actually, yeah, his hair does. You know what? Now I can see it. Yeah, no, it shouldn't have been Digimon. The reference I should have made it was Pokemon. That is Gary Oak. I mean, they're absolutely right.
What did you call me?
She lifts an eyebrow, smirk broadening into a grin like she's the Rock.
How long did it take you to gel your hair like that?
I don't know, maybe 30, 40 hours.
I don't know what you're talking about. My hair is always this perfect.
Yeah, it's the perfect. I just got out of bed and the gel has been sitting in here for 2 weeks.
Uh-huh. So you just happened to wake up looking like the Lockblade Master from Domain of Hearts?
Wow, we're also making a Sora reference. Wow, we're just all over the place, aren't we? No Digimon, huh? He grins, flicking his bangs out of his eyes.
Yes, I always wake up looking this good.
Do you even hear yourself? You're such a narcissist.
Wow, just look at this odd couple. And now I'm actually kind of feeling this a little bit more. The two of them continue carrying on and on. I'm used to their bickering, but it's way too early for this. I'm too drunk. I'm too hungover. No, I'm too hungover. I'm not drunk yet. I grow massaging my temples. I regret not having a tea or coffee or vodka orange juice this morning. Or two are gonna make me late. I'm leaving. Or a Grand Marnier, no, Jay. You know, if you got the money. Turning on my heel, speaking of, if you have the money, don't forget to donate to the project of PixelFade with this Ethereal Enigma game. Their Kickstarter will be in the link down below. Because they didn't pay me whatsoever to say that, but I felt like it's necessary if you actually like this to go ahead and fund them. So the Kickstarter, down below. Turning on my heel, I shift my bag over my shoulder and leave the two of them behind. I hear Mina's surprised, high-pitched yelp.
Hey, wait, don't go.
Too bad, I'm gone.
Yeah, dude, wait up.
Nope, I'm gone. They scramble after me. Soon we come across other students walking in our direction. They wear the same high school uniforms as us, chatting familiarly amongst each other. Finally, I see the building take shape up beyond a hill. We pause in front of the school. The neutral, sleek building reminds me of our junior high, but there's a different feeling in the air today. Crossing through these gates for the first time feels almost reverent, as if it's a rite of passage. Which is spelled R-I-T-E, not R-I-G-H-T. Kosei claps me on the back wearing a look of happy determination, like that's the one thing. I can't wait for Dishu to just completely shit on me.
Here we are. The moment we've been preparing for.
We can become Power Rangers?
The next step we take will officially start our high school lives.
Sweet! He turns to me wearing a wide grin.
Are you ready?
No. It's just school. Today I become a man. I need a few more minutes. I shrug. I mean, I guess so. We're gonna make Kirin a little too cool for school, if you get what I mean. I don't know what Kosei is so excited about. High school is still just school. As I'm about to step through the gates, he stops me.
Wait!
Huh?
One does not simply walk into high school on their first day.
How else am I supposed to go through?
You have to go through with confidence. That's how we're gonna live our high school life. Confidently.
No, that's how you're going to live your high school life, not me. I'm just gonna breeze through this as quickly as I can. You're taking this way too seriously.
Yeah, it's just school.
Yeah, it's just, hey, my words, not yours. Exactly.
That's the wrong attitude to have, you guys. You'll jinx yourself if you're not careful. Hey!
Mina pushes Kosei through the gates and laughs as he stumbles.
Mina? Are you trying to ruin me?
I'm not ruining anything. You're the one being overdramatic.
I am not dramatic. This is literally the most important day of our lives.
Until you get to college, and then that will be the most important day of your life. And then you get into the real world, and then days don't matter anymore. I hate saying the real world. You're still living in the real world if you're in high school. It doesn't matter. Like, the real world didn't change. It's just what you're doing is different. Anyway, I follow them through the gates, listening to their usual bickering. It feels like a regular school day to me. We cross into the courtyard, which is abuzz with laughter and chatter. The excitement in the air is infectious, and I feel my mood lift with each new face I see. Finally, different people to talk to. Kosei wears a broad grin as he drinks in the energy. He nods.
Yep, this year's definitely gonna be great. I can feel it.
Feel it, feel it! Mina snorts, but Kosei ignores her.
Big plans.
Oh, really? On first day? Tell me about them. What plans?
Well, I'm going to join a sports club. I'm not sure which one yet, but if I prove myself, I might even make it to be captain of the team.
That's unfortunate.
You don't even know which club you want to join, but you're already planning on being captain?
Yeah, that's kind of a problem there. That's a great point that Minami brings up.
Yes, you gotta aim big, Mina.
Yes, but also figure out what you want to do. I grin. Kosei has a knack for finding competition in everything, which is admirable, but at the same time, huh?
And that's why this year, I'm finally gonna get a girlfriend.
Oh, I remember when that was an exciting time for me. Mina burst out laughing.
Maybe in your dreams, because that's the only place you'll find a girl who's willing to put up with you.
Hey, Minami, he's like, I say Minami, he's like, I don't know, high school age, just gotten to high school. So, I mean, you know, it's a little different. If he was like 26, I'd be like, ah, this is funnier. Kosei waves a dismissive hand towards her.
You'll see, Mina. This is the year it's gonna happen. I can just feel it.
He throws an arm around my neck, pulling me in with a big grin.
It'll happen before this guy gets one, too.
That's fine, you have fun with that. I scoff. Oh, now it's a competition. It's a competition I didn't ask to be in. Mina pauses, looking back and forth between the two of us.
I'm not sure which one of you two is more clueless about women, since you're both single.
That's not how being clueless about women works. That's literally not how that works. Oh, you're single and you've never dated before? You have no idea about women. I mean, like, there are people who have dated women and, like, or guys who have dated women, and it's just like they still have no fucking clue whatsoever. I don't think dating changes that. I'm still waiting for the, oh, gross, no. I'm single by choice. That's also gross. My priorities are elsewhere. At least that one has, I can ride with that one. There's more to life than girls. Yes. I mean, but still. If it's meant to be, then it'll happen. I mean, you still have to show a little bit of, like, I don't know, like, initiative in that category, but I'm not gonna spend all my time looking for one. That one I agree with a little bit more. Kosei's grin broadens.
Which means I'll definitely be getting a girlfriend before you do.
Alright, dude, have fun with that. Mina doesn't seem convinced.
That's not how it works.
As if you would know. You've never had a boyfriend.
Oh, got him! She crosses her arms and looks away.
So, maybe I don't want one.
Oh, I see how this works now.
Or maybe it's because you act too much like a boy.
That's actually not the vibe I got whatsoever. Her face flushes.
I do not act like a boy.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that vibe yet.
You don't exactly act like a lady either.
I mean, like, that's completely, like, I mean, how do you even define that?
How?
Well, you're yelling right now isn't very ladylike.
Oh, I know plenty of women who yell. That's not. I don't think that's necessarily like. I mean, you're very finely defining the word ladylike. Mina lets out a groan of frustration.
I wouldn't have to yell if you acted more like a gentleman.
Ah, okay, you're flipping it back on him. I like that. That's
I'd act
funny.
more like a gentleman if there was a lady present.
Oh, I see. You're both just assholes. Not again. Tuning out their squad while I take a look around. My gaze is drawn to a girl I've never seen before. Whoa, who is that? Oh, sweet, we found the girl with the black hair. That's instantly who I like the most. Her uniform looks a little disheveled, as if she threw it on without care. She has long raven hair that falls partly in front of her face. As she brushes it away, I notice that her features are strikingly exotic in form. What does that even, what? Well, I know what that means, but that's not the vibe I got. She's like no one I've ever seen before, and I can't tear my gaze away. Our boy found a little bit of a love interest. Pulling on Kosei's sleeve, I interrupt his argument with Mina. No, don't pull his sleeve. Hey, do you see that girl? Who is that?
Who?
He glances wildly around. Her! I direct his attention towards the main doors, but she's gone.
It's a little too early to be imagining girls.
I mean, you know, whatever. I swear I saw someone. Why did I pull back so hard on that? Mina and Kosei share a look, then shrug.
Whatever you say, my man. Anyway, you've got all year to find her.
Students both old and new begin to file into the building. We should get to class soon. Which one are you guys in? There's a large board in the schoolyard which lists all the schedules. We should stop by and take a look.
We're all in the same class. This should be fun.
Damn it! I can't escape you. Back in junior high, I had a class with Kosei one year and one with Mina the next year. Then Mina and Kosei shared a class the final year.
Like I keep saying, I have a good feeling about this.
I grin. Having both of them in class with me would be great. Together we enter the school. The hallways are just as full of students as the courtyard was, especially as more file in. Checking the labels above the doors, our classroom is towards the end of the hall. I'm jostled against the lockers a few times as students push by in a hurry. We still have some time. Those must be the kids who like to get to class extra early. Finally, we find our homeroom. Most of the students have already arrived. Most of the students have already arrived and are grouped in bunches. We find a section in the back of the room with 3 open desks and take a seat. And there she is. To my surprise, that same raven-haired girl who looks like she's been growing her hair her entire life enters the room. She sits in the nearest open seat, which happens to be next to Kosei. It's okay, I don't believe in haircuts either. I haven't cut my hair in about 2 years. No, it hasn't been 2 years. It's been 6 months. I catch Kosei and Mina's attention. It's all of his hair is just hiding under here. Look, it's her, the girl I was talking about. Kosei's eyes widen and he lets out a low, appreciative breath.
I can see why you were trying to point her out to us.
Hey, listen, hey, back off, buddy.
I guess she wasn't imaginary after all.
Yeah. Suddenly the girl looks at our direction. Both Kosei and Mina immediately look away. Cowards. Don't make eye contact. Make eye contact. Assert my dominance. You don't have to do that. Give her the usual polite smile. That works. Since we accidentally made eye contact, the only thing to do is to acknowledge it. Yeah, you make eye contact, just kind of go like a, hey, and then you can go away afterwards and go like a, hey, and then it's a conversation. I give her a small, polite smile. She doesn't care. She doesn't react, I knew it. Just as soon as it's about to get awkward, she leans slightly away, still looking in my direction. Is there something behind me? Taking a tentative glance behind, I notice a bird fluttering by the window. She finds the bird more interesting than me. Alright, take that L. Oh, that explains it. When I turn back around, she returns to facing the front of the room. Soon the teacher enters the classroom and motions for us to take our seats. Chairs scrape across the floor as the students settle in.
Good morning, everyone. I am Miss Sato, and I will be your homeroom teacher for this year. I'm looking forward to teaching everyone.
I guess the chairs would scrape across the floor if they're just held by a... like, there's not even 4 legs. It's just like a metal base, like right in the middle. It's just like, be a lot of scraping on the floor with that.
Let's get started with attendance.
Roll call goes smoothly as everyone who is on the list is present. Miss Sato introduces the first subject, officially starting our first day of class of the day. Sorry, first class of the day. I don't know what I said. Most of the time is spent over the syllabus and teachers' expectations, which isn't a surprise. First days are normally like this. Tomorrow is when we'll dive into the actual content. Finally, Miss Sato concludes the lesson. We have a few minutes break before the next class starts, and everyone is taking full advantage. The groups have reformed, but the whispers snaking around the room are all about the dark-haired girl. Really? I overheard 2 students talking beside me.
Hey, you see that girl over there? That's Kira Igarashi.
Yeah, nice way to name drop her. Appreciate it. I'll stalk her Facebook later. The second student eyes widen.
An Igarashi? Seriously? How do you know?
How do you not know? I heard she moved here over the summer.
You don't say.
He glances back over at Kira, his renewed interest evident in his tone. The first student laughs, cuffing his friend on the ear.
Don't think too much about it. As if she'd be interested in you.
Get it?
She's single, isn't she? She could be.
Oh, someone's already stalked her Facebook. I tune them out as a few of the more outgoing girls stop by Kira's desk to introduce themselves. She politely receives them, but seems uninterested in furthering the conversation. They quickly depart as Kira keeps to herself, doodling in a notebook. The whispers only intensify from her aloofness. Kosei hops out of his seat and sits on Mina's desk. Oh, this'll go well. He gestures for me to come closer, so I do, leaning on the desk with him.
What do you think of her?
He gestures towards Kira. Mina glances curiously over to her. She seems interesting. She's just my type. I don't know if she's my type. She's got a look I like. I don't know if she's my type. It's too early to tell. I hope she's romantic. Alright, listen, Pixel. Listen, Dishu, a little too on the nose there, okay? She seems interesting. It's definitely different than a lot of the other students here. Yeah, I could tell by the way that she has black hair. It's disheveled. She doesn't wear a shirt inside her skirt.
Yeah, she's really mysterious. Makes you want to get to know her better.
I mean, we're the same level of mysteriousness, aren't we? Nobody knows who the fuck we are. At least they know her name. If I were to go over there and be like, hi, I know your name because everybody's talked about it, she'd be like, who are you? We're the same level. Maybe? I sneak another glance her way. She's all everyone is talking about. Yeah, how mysterious can that possibly be if everyone's like, hey, you see her over there? She's from this family. Like,
Well, she is an Igarashi.
see, look, even you know about her. How mysterious is she? I mean, other than, like, okay, I get, like, the fact of, like, okay, well, she's from this family. I want to know more about her. But, is she more mysterious than anybody else in this classroom? Do you think she's related to the tech conglomerate Igarashi? Yeah, well, I mean, now that you dropped it, yes, I do think that. Everyone knows the Igarashi name and brand, along with the major companies like Sunsang. Their software and electronics dominate the industry. He shrugs.
It's not exactly a common name. Have you ever met an Igarashi who wasn't related to them?
No, because I've never met an Igarashi. He pauses, furrowing his brows.
Or any Igarashi for that matter.
There you go. He's not wrong. I've never met an Igarashi before. The predictive text blackjack. I shoot another glance her way. Kira continues to be focused on her notebook. I can imagine how fucking awkward this is for her. I wonder how she feels about all the attention. Kosei... Damn it. Like, I'm predicting the text again. Kosei looks at Mina.
I'm kind of surprised you haven't already gone over to introduce yourself.
She doesn't have to.
She already looks uncomfortable. Why would I pile even more attention on her?
Yeah.
Because she's a cute, single girl?
That's not why she would go over there unless you're implying something else. But even then, that's still not a reason why she would go over there. Mina raises an eyebrow.
And that's relevant to me how?
Cause you're a boy, get it?
It's relevant to every single guy in here.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'm not a guy.
Kosei gives Mina a once-over.
Could have fooled me.
Oh, yeah, that's the joke.
Oh, wow, how clever. How long were you waiting to use that one?
Thankfully, the next instructor enters the classroom before they can continue bickering. We all quiet down. Kosei and I return to our seats, as do the other students. Once we're all seated, the teacher begins the next lesson. It's so weird. I don't mind that one, but it's like the crystalline one just always made me think of Final Fantasy, like when they go to sleep. And I'm so used to that like I heard that one, I was like, oh, that's gonna take some getting used to. The midday bell chimes, announcing our lunch hour. Conversations break out across the room as students take out their meals and sit with their friends. Mina, Kosei, and I group our guests together. I open my bento and the delicious smell of udon fills the air. Kosei perks up.
Hey, that looks so good. Did your aunt make it?
Yeah, and none of it's gonna be for you. Yep.
Your aunt is the best cook, I swear. May I?
No, you may not. Sure, Kyrian! I scoop my bowl closer to him and Kosei takes a big bite. His eyes light up.
Oh man, it's so good.
He then glances at Mina's neatly prepared bento of yakisoba and vegetables.
That looks good too.
You can't have any. Actually, you better take some of it. A smug smile spreads across Mina's face.
Do you want to try it?
Oh, she's about to hit him with the nope.
I thought you'd never ask.
Nope. Kosei takes another big bite and sighs contently. Alright, never mind.
If I could eat like this every day, I'd be so happy.
I don't know. I feel like you'd be happy nonetheless.
Do you like it?
He reaches over to steal more food.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Why, thank you.
Kosei stares at Mina, his chopstick still in midair.
Why are you thanking me?
It's actually funny. I was just in the PixelFade chat not too long ago. Well, I wasn't like responding, but I was looking through some stuff, and they were like, "Oh no, tattoos on girls." I'm like, tattoos on girls are great. Yes, no, absolutely. PixelFade, create a girl with tattoos now.
Because I made this delicious lunch that you enjoy so much.
You made this?
Yeah?
She beams proudly as Kosei looks back and forth between the food and Mina.
It's not just edible. It's tasty.
Well, you found your future ex-girlfriend or future ex-wife. Either one of the two. I guess it works.
That's the point.
You tricked me.
Mina's improved a lot. You've been debated. Okay, I have to watch with the mute. Nope. I burst out laughing. How does it feel to be bamboozled by Mina?
A little queasy, to be honest. Although that might be from the food.
Bullshit.
You mean this food which was so amazing?
Yes. Mina and I both laugh as Kosei hangs his head. I'm not sure whose side I'm on anymore. I feel like I jump back and forth a lot.
Foiled by my own words.
Yeah, you thought, mister, you were like, oh yeah, I got some of your auntie's food. She's so cute. My life would be so great if I could just have her food all day, and then you find out it wasn't even her food. I shake my head and dive back into my udon. After a small lull in the conversation, Kosei perks up again.
Oh, hey! Did I tell you guys I got a new job?
You have a job?
Really? That's wonderful. Where is it?
Also, you have a job? He crosses his arms and grins.
At the new arcade.
He said arcade, not barcade. Wow, that's awesome.
I know, right?
Yeah, man. He chuckles and leans back in his chair.
I'm finally saying goodbye to the simple life of a ramen shop assistant. Trust me, my new gig is incredible. The stuff I get to work with is top-notch.
You must be talking about the games. I bet there's some really cool ones. Mina lights up.
That's amazing. We're gonna have to visit you sometime.
You should.
No. I'm happy for you, man.
Thanks.
I know Kosei wasn't thrilled with his old job at the ramen shop. I'm happy to see him moving on to something he'll enjoy.
How's it working at the bakery?
It's fun working with family. Gotta make that dough. It's better than other places. I flash him a grin. I have to give the cringeworthy line of the year. Oh, it's even worse. Oh, it got worse somehow. I need to make money somehow. Oh. Kosei snicker. Oh, you're both laughing at it.
It's better than just loafing around.
Oh, God, it hurts. Mina laughs.
Yeah, we're just, rolling out dough.
Kosei and I both stare at her.
What?
You mean rolling in dough? She falters.
No, you know, like when you roll the dough.
Yeah, I mean, this is all just, yeah, but, yeah. We both stare at her, she crosses her arms.
Whatever. Your puns were lame anyway.
I agree with you. That's why you shouldn't have tried. Our conversation meanders into more trivial things, and before we know it, lunch is over. Put our stuff away and return our desks to their original position. After everyone has settled down, the teacher begins class. The rest of the day goes by faster than I anticipated, and our first day of school was over. I sling my bag over my shoulder and follow Mina and Kosei out of the classroom.
Hey, do you guys want to hang out somewhere?
Define somewhere.
Sorry, I can't. I promised a friend we'd meet up after class. Don't have too much fun without me.
That's fine. I imagine it won't be that much fun.
Don't worry, we will.
Ignoring his last comment, Mina walks away. Kosei looks over to me and shrugs.
Well, looks like it's just you and me today. Want to practice soccer in the quad?
No, I'm gonna keep trying my best with this girl with the black hair until she's annoyed enough to finally say hi to me. By the way, don't ever do that. It's been a while since the two of us last played a scrimmage. We initially bonded over soccer as Kosei has a natural talent for it. He was good enough to join the junior high team, but never did. I'd be down for that. Let's go. The two of us make our way down to the open field behind the school. It's empty except for the scattering of students milling about. There's a nice cool breeze, making it excellent weather to practice. Why the sudden interest in soccer? Kosei picks up a soccer ball from a nearby rack.
Now that I've got my new job, I was thinking about joining the soccer club.
Ah! So you finally narrowed down a sport. It only took you a few hours. That's a great idea. It's too bad you couldn't join the team in junior high.
Yeah, I have the means now, but not the practice.
Ah, you should work on that. This new job must afford him more time for club activities. His old job was really demanding and took up a lot of his schedule, and when he wasn't working, he was babysitting his siblings. Kosei heads straight for a goal and positions himself in the middle, then tosses me the ball. Oh, he wants to be a goalkeeper. I grin, catching it. Goalie was the position Kosei always played. You ready?
Yeah, kick some at me.
I nod and snap a fast kick towards the net. The ball goes flying, but Kosei blocks it with his chest. He flashes a cocky grin as he throws the ball back.
No challenge, just like I remember.
Aim for the corner of the nets! This time I aim the kick higher. He catches it in both hands and laughs.
Are you even trying?
Aim for the corner of the nets! Determination flares through my veins. I feint a kick to one side of the net before sending it in the opposite direction. Kosei doesn't fall for my feint. He blocks a shot with his head, sending the ball sailing. Okay.
Haha, amateur trick. You can't fake me out that easily. And don't call me Kosei the Wall Nakahara for nothing.
You clearly just came up with that. Nobody calls you that.
Sure they do. Don't be hating because you never got a nickname.
That's fine. I'd rather live with a nickname than one I made up for myself. As I literally go by a name I kind of somewhat made. Actually, no, I didn't technically make this name up for myself. Blackjack was a semi-given name. Anyway, I grit my teeth as I collect the ball. The next shot will definitely score. Kosei squares up, ready for my kick. I line up my shot and aim for the far right corner of the goal. There we go. He finally learned what corners are. The ball soars in the air, reaching high towards the net, but it's gonna miss. Like a flash of lightning, Kosei darts to the right, leaping up. His outstretched hand bats the ball away. Oh, he actually got to it.
Oh!
He cheers and breaks into a victory dance. All right, okay, well, you found your sport. Go play goalkeeper.
And the crowd goes wild!
You're doing great. Take a shot while Kosei is distracted. I mean, it's not the shot you think I'll take. Wait for him to finish. It'll just be my shaker's right down there. You know what? Let's you know what? I've been very mean to him. Not mean. I've been very tough on him. Let's give him a little encouragement. Okay, you're doing great. Gotta admit, that was impressive. It was, yeah. He's just as good as he was before, if not better. All right, that was awesome. Kosei pauses and flicks the bangs out of his eyes.
It was, wasn't it?
Eh. Kosei kicks the ball back to me and we continue to practice. After a few hours, we make our way to the bleachers and sit down. Kosei takes a long drink from his water bottle.
Hey, thanks for practicing with me today.
No problem. Someone claiming to be out of practice, you still delivered on the field. He grins. Keep that up and you'll be a part of the club in no time. Maybe you can even try out as a starter afterwards. You're good enough to make it.
Thanks, man.
He claps a hand on my shoulder.
I really appreciate it. Seriously, don't hesitate to come to me if you need any help this year. We bros need to stick together, right?
Sure. I nod a genuine smile, lifting my face. For a moment, we just grin at each other until we realize we're staring into each other's eyes. All right, I found my husbando. So, soccer, own this beautiful bromance. Time to go. Nope, that's enough feels for one day. I leave to my feet. I'm ready to go home. How about you? Kosei suddenly blinks.
Wow, I didn't realize how late it is.
I look around the waning light. We were so focused on practicing that we didn't notice the time fly by.
I've got to get home. I haven't even started my homework.
What's home? But the homework doesn't matter. Yeah, me too. After we both packed, Kosei waves and then walks off. I squint, watching the sun dip below the treetops. If I don't hurry, I'll lose the last rays of light. As I head off the field, I decide to take a different route home. Cutting through the shrine is supposed to be a shortcut through the neighborhoods. Given it's already so late in the day, I should try it. I make good time, and it's not long before I see the shrine. The groundskeepers rhythmically sweep the gate, bowing to me as I pass through. The place is surprisingly empty, with the exception of an elderly woman in the front of the offering box. Turns around and a few notes of cash drop out of her pocket. I obviously return the money. Scooping up the cash, I rush over to the older woman. Excuse me, I think you dropped this.
Oh, thank you, young man.
I should have kept it. No problem. She gratefully accepts the money, returning it to her pocket.
Not everyone would have returned this to its rightful owner. Some may have kept it for themselves.
I should have kept it. It's the right thing to do. Good deeds get rewarded. I can't explain why I did that. Honestly, I can't. I wouldn't do that. Returning it is the right thing to do. She offers me a wrinkled smile.
You're a good man.
Oh, I mean, I did a good deed. I don't know if I'm a good man. I know how to do good things. Thank you, but I just did what anyone should do. There you go, Kyrian. Since that's taken care of now, I should rewind and take her money. I won't continue to disturb you. Have a good night.
Wait, don't be so hasty.
She gives me a look. For some reason, a shiver runs down my spine.
The evening is young, and the ethereal energy dances among us. If you make an offering at the shrine tonight, your prayer may just be answered.
There he goes. They say ethereal, and I'm like, ethereal, and I'm like, here we go. Okay, thanks. Ethereal energy. That's not a thing. Besides, everyone comes to the shrine to pray, hoping that their wishes become true.
The astral continuum aligns. Your timing tonight is no mere coincidence. There may yet be a prophetic purpose for your arrival.
I should have taken your fucking money. Well, this conversation took a turn for the strange. I'm not so sure about all of that. I'm just taking a shortcut to get home.
Ah, but you don't normally take this path, do you?
Why do you know that? I pause. How does she know that? Must be a lucky guess. Also, she's probably never seen you come this way either. I didn't think about that. My pause is enough to grant another crinkled grin.
Exactly. Feel the energy and look into the ether. Let not this opportunity go to waste.
A rustling sound distracts me, and I look back towards the gate. A distorted howl follows. What was that? A little shiver runs down my spine. Was that ethereal nonsense real? After a moment, a small dog runs out. Oh, doggo? I let out the breath I've been holding. Of course not. Can I pet the doggo? Because if I can't pet the doggo, I'll report you to Can You Pet the Dog on Twitter. Well, not really report. I'll just be like, hey, listen, you can't pet the dog in this game. When I turn back to the old woman, she's gone. Where'd she go? Scanning around me, I remain alone. Even the groundskeepers have disappeared. That's not ominous at all. Maybe there is something mysterious going on tonight. I wonder. Shaking my head, I scoff. What am I saying? There's nothing special about today. I just happened to run into an old lady who's probably going senile, that's all. And yet my gaze is drawn back to the offering box. Is it possible that my wish would have come true? Wishes don't come true. Wishes do come true! Ethereal energy? What an enigmatic... I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I see what you did there. I hate you. Fine, we'll do it. We'll pander. Of course wishes don't just come true, but there's only one way to prove that this is merely the ramblings of a crazy person. I walk towards the offering box and drop in a coin. I bow and clap my hands, keeping them pressed together. Then I close my eyes. I want the black-haired girl to be my girlfriend. Time to wish for something completely ridiculous and outlandish. Let's see if the ethereal energy is ready for this. This all feels insane anyway. I wish for a rich, beautiful princess to fall out of the sky. Really? I hold my breath in anticipation, peeking my eyes open. Nothing happens. Damn it! I swear. You can look at the timing of it. I swear I said it before the words even came up. Of course nothing happened. This is proof that the woman was just spouting nonsense. Maybe she was lonely and looking for someone to talk to. Either way, there's no reason for me to stay any longer. As I step away from the offering box, I can't help but look around again. A part of me hopes that she'll reappear, and I can tell her that it didn't happen, just as I predicted. So, I laugh. What a funny idea. A fast whooshing sound arrests my thoughts. Strange, what could that be? I look up at the sky just in time for something to knock me flat on my back. Oof! It's that princess I ordered! Sir, here's that attention you ordered? My vision goes hazy as my head hits the ground. What just happened? I groan, trying to move my limbs. It feels like something's holding me down. Gingerly, I blink my eyes open. And here's the princess! Oh, yep. Oh, whoa! That is quite the sight to wake up to now, isn't it? As the area refocuses into view, there is a girl with long, light blonde hair sitting on top of me. Her clothes are unlike anything I recognize, reminding me of a fantasy character who just happens to be sitting on top of you with her hands on your chest. Her eyes are squeezed shut as she yelps. That's the sound you make after falling out of the sky. Interesting. Blinking, she looks around, blinks around her, carefully taking in the shrine.
Where am I?
That's a great question. Suddenly she freezes. Her hands pressed down on my chest. I already did. She furrowed her brows before her gaze meets my own. In a flash, her eyes narrow in anger. Why is she shouldn't be the one angry. You squished me. You squished me, and this is how you landed on me. I didn't do anything wrong.
What do you think you're doing?
What do you think you're doing? Close my eyes so you can't see me. I like a girl who takes Charles. I want some answers. Yeah, hold on. I should be asking you that. What are you doing? She crosses her arms.
Who are you? What do you want with me?
I don't want anything. Well, actually, you know what? To be fair, I did technically, I guess, wish you here. All right, you know what? Fair question. She glances down at herself again.
And why have you put me in such a compromising position?
Okay, I did not put you in this compromising position. If anything, you put me in a compromising position because you're the one sitting on top of me with your hands on my chest. You put yourself in that position. Good summary.
I most certainly did not.
There's nothing keeping you on top of me, and you haven't attempted to move. She blinks, quickly entangling herself from me. Carefully, she gets back to her feet. Stifling a groan, I slowly get up as well. My back and head throb from the fall. Why did you fall on me? She balks.
The better question is, why did you summon me?
I wasn't specifically looking for you. You just happened to fit the description? I don't even know who you are. She holds her head up high, hooking one hand on her hip. Good animation there.
You are in the presence of Princess Erilynn Dawn, Duchess of Velenor, 3rd heiress of Veldon.
Okay, you just made all of that up. I haven't heard of those places. I can do a long name too. Do all the crazies come to this shrine? She's not the only one who can tack on random titles to their name. Come on, hit me with it. Well, I am Kirin Drunkerguard, firstborn to my kin name and attender of Hotoku High School, honorable resident of Matsukaze. Matsukaze is the sweet wind. I actually know that. Erilynn furrows her brow. I thank you, Diane Ackerman, and the history of the natural history of the senses that taught me what Matsukaze was. Erilynn furrows her brows.
I know all places of Veldon. Matsukaze does not exist.
That's because Matsukaze isn't in Veldon.
Then where am I?
Matsukaze. You're in Japan.
Japan? I've been kidnapped by a Japanite commoner?
I think they're called Japanese, but sure, Japanite, sure. Japanese, but damn it! But more importantly, this is not a kidnapping. Her eyes momentarily widen again before her scowl returns.
Then return me home at once.
I don't know how to do that. I can't.
You must.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how you got here in the first place, and I definitely don't know how to get you back. She sighs.
Well, if you won't do it, then I'll have to do it myself. Now, where is my scepter?
I don't know. You just kind of like sentoned on top of me from the sky, so yeah, I don't know where anything of yours is. Once again, she glances around herself, her eyes widen in panic.
My scepter, where is it?
I don't know. Maybe you left it back at that palace, Your Highness. Her eyes flash again.
It never leaves my side.
Well, it left your side. Jeez, I didn't realize the scepter was so important. I always thought of it as a symbol of power, not something used outside of ceremonies. After combing through the immediate vicinity, she ends up empty-handed.
Clearly my scepter is not here. Just use your cast to send me back.
I literally only just prayed for you. Like, it was a prayer and you showed up and that was it. So unless I can dump another coin in and send your ass back, I don't know how to do this. What does that even mean? Besides, I still don't know where. I don't know back to where.
Were you not listening? I am Princess Erilynn Dawn, Duchess of Velenor, 3rd heiress of...
Well, got it! Repeating it doesn't help if I have no idea what you're saying!
You cannot dismiss Veldon simply because of your ignorance.
I totally can! Just like you called me Japanite! She keeps mentioning Veldon as if it's real. As if it's real. Veldon sounds... you know what? Honestly, I'm like, yeah, Veldon. I can't think of any country that would even belong to. Could she really be from an entirely different place? How was she transported here? Was it really my wish? I can't wrap my head around all the questions I have. I don't know what's going on, but all this weird stuff happened right after I talked to that old woman. We need to find her.
Stop making excuses. There's no one here.
Did she turn into a dog? Is this one of those prank shows? Someone's going to jump out and be like, "Ha! We got you making such a wild wish, asking for a princess."
So you did invoke black arts to transport me here. I knew it! A Japanite kidnapper after all.
That's interesting that she goes with Japanite, because I went with Japanite. I guess if she learned that the word is Japan, she would say Japanite. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not a kidnapper, and I didn't do black magic. I didn't think my wish would actually come true. Dad really didn't. She crosses her arms.
It's clearly your fault I've been summoned here, which means it's your responsibility to get me back home.
Okay, I'll just do what I did before.
Finally.
Here we go. I wish you would return home. You didn't put a coin in the thing. Nothing happens. Well, I tried. I imagine it all playing out. Alright, I'll do what I did before. I wish you would return home. Well, I tried.
That's it? Do it properly like you did the first time.
I don't even know how it happened the first time. Come on, you gotta remember the coin thing at least.
Just try.
Fine! Close my eyes and think with all my might. Beads of sweat line my brow, but nothing happens. I open my eyes and frown. Erilynn crosses her arms, a concerned look on her face.
You didn't do this intentionally? You really don't know what happened?
I nod.
Well, then I suppose I can navigate.
She looks around her, but seems lost. Her confident expression wavers for a moment, and I catch a look of fear and uncertainty in her eyes. Everything must seem so unfamiliar to her. I do feel responsible. You shouldn't help a girl in need. Well, actually, no. You like 1%. You should feel. Well, actually, I'm torn on that one. Help a girl in need. Feeling sorry won't help. I mean, all right, fine. I do feel some responsibility for her well-being. The coincidence between my wish and her appearance is too close to be unrelated. Yeah, but also, is it? I don't know. Until we can find out more, I should help her out. I'll help you until we can find a way to get you back. You can stay with me and my family while we figure this out. She hesitates. Oh yeah, because the family won't find this weird. Don't worry, my aunt, uncle, and cousin will understand. Finally, she nods.
I suppose that will do while there is no alternative option present.
And because you obviously don't have a father or mother unit that's with you. The sky is already dark by the time we set off down the path towards home. So much for taking a shortcut. Since we'll be together for at least a day, you can call me Kyrian.
You may address me as Princess Erilynn Dawn, Duchess of Eleanor, 3rd heiress of Veldin.
No! I'm going to stick with Erilynn.
You dare not even address me by my title of princess?
You're not a princess in my world, princess! Yeah, about that, there's a few things we need to go over. The first thing is that you cannot go around declaring yourself a princess.
I can't help my birthright.
Well, too bad. Your birthright doesn't exist here. Yeah, but people will think you're crazy.
Do Japanites not know what a princess is?
Oh no, we know what princesses are. We just don't care if you're one. Japanese, and of course we do.
Then I fail to see the problem.
Oh, there's tons of problems. We don't have the princesses in Japan.
So, I'm not claiming to be from Japan.
We do not support the idea of princesses. I sigh. On second thought, I'll do all the talking. She gives me a look, then resumes her arrogant expression.
Perhaps that's best. Clearly there is a communication barrier between royalty and commoners.
Clearly, you're from a different world. Why was I helping her again? Let's just get going before it gets too dark. We fall silent as I lead us home. Erilynn continually surveys our surroundings, her expression softening into curiosity. As we near the house, my steps start to slow. What am I going to tell my family? I need to come up with a story for why Erilynn needs to stay with us. Are you kidding me? Yeah, they take one look at her and be like, huh? I have to tell everyone she's a foreigner since there's no way she can pass for Japanese. And she keeps calling us Japanites. Or sorry, Japanites. Maybe she's a new foreign exchange student. Although that wouldn't explain why she has to live in her home. thinking hard, I have a vague memory of an international student from a few years ago who stayed in our neighbor's house. It was a program to help them become immersed in the culture, the homestay program. That'll do. Feeling more confident about the situation, I pause in front of the door and turn to Erilynn. Remember, don't say anything. Let me do the talking. Also, how do we understand each other again? We shouldn't be speaking the same language. How do you know Nihongo and yet you can't speak and yet what? I don't give her a chance to reply. I don't give her a chance to reply before opening the door and entering the house. Aunt Emiko, Uncle Hajime, and Mina are together in the living room. Upon my entry, Mina is the first one to greet me.
Finally! Weren't you just hanging out with Kosei? What took you so long?
You don't notice this other woman who's here? Sorry, I just came back from the airport. Mina freezes when she notices Erilynn. How do you not notice her?
Is that a girl?
I'm just imagining this question because poor Mina this whole time has been called a tomboy. Poor fucking her. That to the point that she it's just like she sees Erilynn as like, is that a girl? I don't know. Is it? Oh, what a shame. Yes, of course that's a girl.
Mother, father, you see this, right? I'm not going crazy.
Mother, father. Just the dialogue is fantastic. Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime look over curiously.
No, sweetie. We see her too.
It's like how concerned her face is. No, we see her too. Mina squints.
Okay, good. I thought I was going crazy because not only is there a pretty girl here, but those clothes are really unique.
This attire happens to be my...
Shut up! Cosplay outfit! Erilynn stares blankly at me. I motion for her to just go along with it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, she's cosplaying as a dead or alive character. Or maybe a Xenoblade character. Anyone works. Mina takes another look, clearly impressed.
Did she make that outfit herself? The level of detail and craftsmanship is impressive. The material looks so high quality too.
Yeah, she's got a lot of money. She's loaded. Almost like a princess, some would say. Erilynn grins, smoothing out her dress.
How very kind of you to notice. It was woven from the finest silks by the palace seamstresses.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Palace?
Yeah, she thinks she's a princess. Yeah, her cosplay character is a princess. She's very dedicated. Anyway, Uncle Hajime clears his throat.
Ah, how lovely. Does your friend have a name?
Yes, she does. Also, hi, Wolverine Dad. Erilynn opens her mouth, but I interrupt before she can speak. This is Erilynn! She glares at me, which I ignore. She's a part of the homestay program and just arrived. Mina furrows her brow.
You mean that program our neighbors did? Isn't she supposed to be staying with them?
Shut up! No, she'll be staying with us. Dad signed us up for the program before school started. Didn't he tell you?
No.
Ah, see, that's your problem. You should talk to your relatives. I don't know if you're related to my dad. I don't know if to call you in-law or my dad's sister or my mom's sister for that matter. You should talk to your relatives. Aunt Emiko looks towards Uncle Hajime, who shakes his head.
I didn't hear about this either.
Somebody asked you. I try to play it off as no big deal, even though I'm sure they can hear the hammering in my chest. You know what? I'm gonna assume that because my last name is Drunkerguard, that Emiko got married to Hajime, and Emiko's last name is actually Drunkerguard, and that my dad is her sister, and that's how this whole thing is a thing. Alright, I try to play it off as if it's no big deal, even though I'm pretty sure they can hear the hammering in my chest. Eva must have forgotten to tell you. You know how they are, always forgetting things. Remember that time Dad almost left without his luggage? Yeah, that was funny, right? And now we forgot what to tell you that, hey, you have another person you have to take care of. Uncle Hajime chuckles.
That definitely sounds like your father. The amount of time he's lost his keys.
And just forgot to tell you that there's another person staying with us. Aunt Emiko nods.
It's because they're on the road so often. Having to keep track of everything can be tough.
I just realized that that is the voice of Sid Snap. That's Sid. That is definitely Sid. I heard it. It seems like things are going well so far. I wouldn't say well. Well is not the word. So, Erilynn can stay, right?
Yes, of course.
Oh, great! I'm glad we just randomly was able to get this to work out. She turns towards Erilynn and offers her a warm smile.
Welcome to our home.
Erilynn is such a unique name. Where are you from?
America. Just say America, please.
I am from Veldon.
It's in America.
Veldon?
Yeah, America. Sweden, fuck. Damn, alright. You know what? Okay, fine, Sweden. Sweden is what I think she meant to say. Thick accent. Or you could have just said Veldon. It's some town in America. That would have worked.
Oh, of course. I'm sure Erilynn must be tired after such a long flight. Why don't we show her to the spare bedroom so she can rest?
Does Sweden actually do lens? I don't think Sweden does lens. Do they? I don't know.
Yes, we'll have plenty of time for questions later.
It's just like... Here's a stranger to our house. Yeah, we'll have time for questions later for about it. Here, sleep in your nice bed. Great! I'll show her to her room. Alright, Erilynn nods to my family before following upstairs, and I'm pushing her as quickly as I possibly can. We go down the hall, and I lead her into the guest room. I gently shut the door while she inspects the room. This is where you'll be staying. The same room we were just in.
Where's the rest of it?
That line's funnier with what I said before it. This is it. She looks around again.
Well, at least it's clean.
That's probably the closest to a compliment she can give. She steps over the bed and delicately hops on. A thoughtful expression crosses her face as she tries out a few experimental bounces. I'll let you get some rest and we can revisit what to do in the morning. But before I go, I want to make sure you understand that while you're stuck here with me, you're Erilynn, the international student from Sweden. Got it? Sweden. You're Swedish. Like a fish. Swedish fish. You are literally a Swedish fish. Because you're sweet and full of sugar. Okay, it ended somewhere in the middle there. I don't know where. She frowns.
You want me to pretend to be a commoner?
Yes! We need to keep a low profile. Think of it as a chance to be a better ruler. If you don't like it, you can leave. Honestly, I mean, that option is something she would take. No, I'm not going to pick that one. Think of it as an opportunity to explore how the other half lives. Erilynn wrinkles her nose.
Why would I do that?
As a princess, your subjects are all commoners, aren't they?
Naturally.
Mm-hmm. How can you be a well-liked, respected, and effective ruler if you don't understand their struggles?
My subjects already respect me.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, on second thought, this is a terrible idea. Why did I think this would work? Why? Because she's ruler.
Because...
Her voice trails off. I grin. Just think of your popularity if you can actually connect with them. Show them you understand and are there for your people. She pauses, mulling over my words.
I suppose a learning opportunity couldn't hurt.
Really? I was not expecting that to be the thing that would have her bend to this idea. I didn't think that would be it. I nod. That should help make things easier. Erilynn glances expectantly at me.
That will be all then.
Right. I leave her room and return to mine, stifling a yawn. It has been a very long evening. It's been a very long day, and all I want to do right now is sleep. I rehearse how to explain Erilynn's presence. I get my things in order for school tomorrow. Afterwards, I get ready for bed. With a grateful sigh, I fall into my bed, wrapping the blankets around me and doze off into a blissful sleep. Okay, that's familiar. There's the sound I've been waiting for. The demo's over, you say? Never mind, it's not over. A sharp knock on my door jerks me out of sleep. It's Erilynn. What? There's a pause before another flurry of knocks erupt. What time is it? Who's being so loud this early in the morning? I flip out my blankets and head for the door. It's Erilynn. It must be Mina. She's always waking me up. Nope, it's Erilynn. Although she doesn't normally knock and will just barge right in. At least she's finally learned how to be civilized. No, there's your civilized. There's your answer. When I pull open the door, Erilynn stands face to face with me. Her head is held high as she looks at me, her hands on her hips.
Finally.
What are you doing? Do you not know what time it is? Yeah.
Yes, it's 8 a.m., which is preposterously late.
Okay, never mind. She does understand what time it is. My bad. I crane my neck and confirm with my clock. Oh, crap. I've got to get ready for school. I'm about to shut the door on her when she stops me.
Wait. I have something important to ask you.
No, you don't get breakfast. What is it?
Where is my breakfast?
No, you don't get breakfast. Did you check downstairs? What, am I your servant? Close the door again. I stare at her. Seriously? This is what you woke me up for? I close the door again. The flurry of knocks returned. With a sigh, I opened the door back up. What?
You might want to get your door looked at. It just closed on its own.
No, that was me closing it.
I'm sure that's not the case because that would be incredibly rude. But I'm just too famished to argue.
No, I'm definitely rude. I'm closing this door again. I sigh again. It looks like I can't avoid this. Just wait a few minutes for me to get dressed and then we can find food. Erilynn grudgingly agrees and allows me to close the door for privacy. I get ready in a hurry before meeting her by the stairs. Together, we head downstairs and I lead her into the kitchen. Sitting on the table are a stack of Aunt Emiko's tamago sando. I turn to Erilynn, pointing at the sandwiches. Breakfast is served. Oh, yes, okay, I know what it is now. She side-eyes it suspiciously.
What is it?
They're egg salad sandwiches, okay, yep. That's I was like Tamago's egg, yeah. It's egg, but it's... I forget specifically what it is. Egg salad sandwiches with ham and lettuce. I grab one and bite into it. The bread is soft and fluffy and pairs perfectly with the savory egg and salted ham. Try one, they're good. Erilynn doesn't move.
Maybe this is good enough for your kind of people, but it certainly isn't food fit for a princess. Don't you have a dish that's more refined?
Shut up and enjoy your ham and egg sandwich. I take a too big, exaggerated bite of the sandwich. Erilynn wrinkles her nose. Nope, my kind of people only have this sort of unrefined food. Oh man, it takes me back to being like in Jersey or New York, where it was just like you just go and it's just like, hey, listen, bacon, egg, and cheese, or sausage, egg, and cheese. Put it on a big ass bagel, please. Shove it in my mouth.
I don't think this will sit well with me.
Too bad. Her stomach rumbling begs to differ. Erilynn freezes, then resumes her haughty expression.
But I suppose I can make an exception just this once.
You're gonna be making that exception every day you're here. She reaches for a sandwich and takes a dainty nibble. Her eyes grow wide and she takes another larger bite. How is it? Erilynn looks away from me and back down at the sandwich. For some reason, her cheeks are red because she's eating finger food.
I wouldn't normally choose it, but I don't really have a choice now, do I?
That's one way to say you liked it. Takes another bite, and this one even bigger than the last. Sorry you don't like it. You don't have to eat it then. You're a bad liar. Yeah, you don't have to eat it then. If it's that bad, if it's that bad, then you don't have to eat it. I reach over to grab the sandwich, but Erilynn dodges out of my grasp, clutching the sandwich to her like it's a precious diamond.
No!
Ah, see? Got him. She quickly straightens up, her face turning redder.
I mean, this sandwich is acceptable given the circumstances.
I grin, amused. Mina enters the kitchen just as we're finishing up. She's already dressed in her uniform and just as energetic as ever. As soon as she sees me, she skids to a stop.
Do my eyes deceive me? For once, is my cousin ready for school before I am?
I don't want to be ready for school. I didn't ask for this. I can be self-sufficient too when I want to be. Mina raises an eyebrow.
I bet Erilynn woke you up this morning, didn't she?
How does she know? Mina glances over at Erilynn and frowns.
Erilynn, you should change into your uniform. We'll have to go soon if you don't want to be late for school.
Whoops! I forgot that I told everyone Erilynn is an international student, which means she would theoretically be going to school with us, which means she needs to get out of that. Erilynn's brow knits in confusion. She looks like she's about to retort, but I can't let her blurt out something contradictory. I have to think of something fast. Quickly, Danganronpa, or Danganronpa, or no, actually, I guess, Danganronpa, you would find contradictions, but then the Phoenix Wright, it would be like, objection! Actually, there was an issue with their transfer paperwork. She'll be at school later today. After all that's fixed. In the meantime, she'll stay here, right, Erilynn? I stare hard at her. She meets my gaze and then nods.
Okay, do you need any help?
No, she's fine. We need to get going before we're late. I usher Mina towards the door.
Okay, jeez. When did you start caring so much about school?
Hey, how about you shut up and just let me enjoy the fact that I love school now? I still feel the same way, but I know you hate being late. I'm doing this for you.
Wow, so sweet.
Yeah, now get out of the door, please. The sarcasm drips off of her voice. Regardless, I get Mina out of the door. Just before I leave, I turn back to Erilynn. Don't leave the house. We'll figure something out when I'm back from school. She crosses her arms with nods. I'm just leaving a total stranger in my house? Oh, sorry. No. I catch up with Mina and we walk in silence for a bit. I don't know what to do about Erilynn. I've got to find a way to get her back to her home. Wherever that is. And how did she even end up here? It couldn't have possibly been my wish, could it? No, I've made wishes to shine every year. Nothing like this has ever happened before. It has to do with that old woman. My first step is to find her and get her to explain all this. I'm so caught up in my thoughts I don't even notice Mina slide up until she's right next to me. Or
So, what's the deal with you and this homestay program?
Huh?
You never seemed interested in it before. Why did you and your dad decide to sign up for this?
I wanted to broaden my horizons so I could live with a girl. That's just rude. I honestly don't know. I don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time. It isn't entirely false. It did seem like the fastest and easiest explanation.
So, you just signed up on a whim?
Yeah, let's go with that. I hesitate, unsure how to answer. Mina sighs.
The saddest part is how I'm not surprised by that at all.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Still, it's a little strange that your parents didn't tell my parents, you know?
Hey, how about you ask less questions? You know how forgetful they can be. They're traveling so much that it's hard for them to keep straight what they did and didn't discuss.
I guess. But this is kind of a big deal, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe you don't discuss it with my parents. There's no point dwelling on it now. You guys aren't upset, are you? Mina shakes her head.
Of course not. It's your home too.
I would be very limiting on what the determination of what your home is and what you're allowed to do in your home as a result.
Honestly, I'm actually really excited to get to know Erilynn. It's gonna be really cool having another girl in the house. And you know how Mom and Dad are. They're probably happy to have another taste tester for Dad's experimental bread flavors.
Sure. Yeah, he comes up with some really strange combinations sometimes. Mina laughs.
I think the word you're looking for is creative.
Yeah, if you put sarcasm around it. I grin back at her. I'm really thankful to have such a... never mind. I'm really thankful to have such an understanding family, and I don't want to burden them any more than I already have. Reading and drunkenness don't go well together. It's important that I find how to send Erilynn back home. Realizing the time, Mina and I pick up the pace. There's still a lot of students milling about when we enter the courtyard. Many are chatting with their friends or finishing up any homework they didn't do. I don't spot Kosei anywhere. There's an equally good chance that he's either already in the classroom or even later than we are. Mina and I hurry up the front steps and open the heavy door entering the school. And he's right there, isn't he? Because he's already up there by, what's her name? Kira? I think it's Kira. No, it's not Kira. Is it Kira? No, it's not Kira. It's something else. The hallways are emptier than I expected. It's a much nicer pace than yesterday. We soon reach the end of the hall. We arrive in class before the instructor. Kosei is already in his seat and waves us over. Never mind.
Hey guys, what's with the slow start today? I had to go on ahead without you.
For once, it wasn't me who was the holdup. Mina scoffs.
I was only later than you because I wasted time looking for you. Who would have guessed you'd already be downstairs?
Maybe you should have just went to school. So you're saying that it was a bad idea I was up on time?
No, you should be able to wake up on your own.
So then you are admitting that it was your fault that we were late.
No, it's still your fault.
No, it's your fault. You can't have it both ways. I shoot Kosei an exasperated look. He shrugs. Miss Sato enters the classroom, quieting everyone with a greeting. She instructs us to open our textbooks and begins the morning lesson. About halfway through the lesson, the classroom door cracks open. The instructor pauses while the new student walks. Oh my god, no she didn't. No she did not. She hands Miss Sato a letter. Although she's dressed in our school uniform, I distinctly recognize that pale blonde. No. My heart drops into my stomach like a lead weight when Erilynn turns to face the room. How the fuck did she figure this out fast enough? What is she doing here?
Everyone, we have a new transfer student joining our class.
And it's not a Japanese name. Which is fine, I guess my name technically isn't Japanese either. She waits for Erilynn to introduce herself. Instead, she just looks confused at the teacher.
Why don't you say a few words of introduction?
Erilynn looks like she's trying to remember something, then shrugs, lifting her head high. She throws one hand on her hip. Oh no, this looks familiar. My eyes widen in horror. I feel as if I'm watching a car wreck about to happen with no way to stop it. No, she'll get it right this time.
I am Princess Erilynn Dawn,
Fuck.
Duchess of Valinor, 3rd heiress of Veldin.
I had too much faith. I'm sorry. Apparently, she didn't learn that Sweden as a Veldin should be Sweden. The class is stunned into silence, feeling Mina's questioning gaze. Also, why is she wearing a pink thing on her hand? Feeling Mina's questioning gaze on me, I slink into my seat, hoping to disappear from sight. Just finally, Miss Sato laughs.
Oh, it appears we have a drama student. How very fun.
Miss Sato, you're the best. Thank you. The class breaks into giggles, and everyone relaxes after that comment. I like how all the class is like, wow, this black-haired girl, wow, she's so interesting. A new foreign girl pops in, and they're like, ha 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 ha.
Please take a seat so we can resume the lessons. There's an open one towards the back of the room.
She points to the seat beside me. Without hesitation, Erilynn crosses the room and sits down. What happened to being Erilynn, the international student from Sweden? She shrugs. Oh, it's a scrunchie.
These commoner titles are also trivial. I couldn't care to remember what it was.
Or were you just unable to remember? She scoffs.
As if that would happen.
No, that's totally what happened. With a sigh, I decided not to push the issue. It can't get any worse after that introduction anyway. I thought I told you to stay in the house. What are you doing here?
I tried to stay in the house. It wasn't my fault.
Also, how did you get from the house to here? I need an explanation for how this even happened. Or she can say more. Miss Sato clears her throat.
I'm sure we'd all like to welcome Miss Dawn, but class is in session.
Class is overrated! We both fall silent. I count down the minutes until lunch, my mind burning with questions as Miss Sato continues the class. As soon as the lunch break begins, I pull Erilynn aside. Why are you out of the house?
As I already told you, the fault is not with me.
You're starting to sound like my cousin now.
I went back into the kitchen to get more of those
She clears her throat.
something more to eat. And your uncle saw me in there. He kept insisting that I was supposed to be in school, even though I told him otherwise.
Uncle! Stop fucking shit up!
He said something about helping me with my paperwork and then walked me to the school. Do you not have automotive transportation?
We do, but we're not that rich. I don't even know if we are rich. We tend to walk more than drive. Exercise is good for you. We do. Actually, that comes off as a. Oh, actually, both of these come off condescending in different ways. This was just a funnier condescending. Actually, you know what? That's not actually condescending. Exercise is good. Well, it depends on how you read that, because that's like a, hey, listen, hey, exercise is good for you. Or it can be like a, hey, exercise is good for you. I'm curious how he says this line. There's no need to drive when you can walk instead. Exercise is good for the body. Eating sandwiches and sitting all day is how you get fat. Well, there it is. She narrows her eyes.
What are you implying?
This is reaching dangerous territory. I knew it. Absolutely nothing. We're going back to the original
I
point.
was getting to it. Your uncle talked to the school and they figured out my transfer and then forced me to dress up in these horrible clothes before sending me here.
She fidgets with her outfit. I can't help but notice the way her shirt clings to her and how the few secure buttons strain to remain closed. At least you'll fit in better now. You should take a deep breath. You missed a button. Alright, we'll do the fan service moment. Those buttons look like they're one deep breath away from being undone. A mischievous smile spreads across my face. It's okay, Erilynn. No need to be upset. Just breathe. Take a deep breath. Let it out.
Breathing isn't going to make these clothes any better.
Fine. Oh well, it was worth a try. Well, it seems like you're stuck coming to school after all. Mina scoots over to us.
Erilynn, you're here. I thought you weren't coming in until later.
Erilynn looks over to me. I guess everything was sort of faster than expected. It was sort of faster than anticipated. Wow, I didn't read any of that right the first time. Mina raises an eyebrow.
She just had to finish up some paperwork. We could have taken her to the administrative office this morning.
Shh! I didn't think she'd be coming to school at all this morning. It doesn't matter anymore, she's here now. Mina nods and flashes Erilynn a smile.
Next time you need help with something, you can come to me. If you wait on this guy...
Hey, how about you stay out of my business and her business, and stay out of both of our business. She jabs a thumb in my direction.
To figure things out, you'll be waiting forever, and it'll still end up being a complicated mess.
Oh, great. Erilynn giggles. No, just don't know.
Yes, I can already see that.
Everything's ruined. She shoots me an unimpressed look. Then she stands to her feet like, I mean that face. And then stands to her feet looking back at Mina with another smile.
In that case, would you be so kind as to tell me where the restroom is?
Mina perks up.
Of course! It'll be easier if I show you. Come with me.
Oh boy.
Thank you.
Mina grins back and the two of them head out. As I lean back in my chair and wonder about the situation, Kosei slides into a newly vacant seat.
You and that new girl were talking for a long time.
Not that long. If you're interested in her, you can have her. His tone is almost accusatory. I'm surprised he didn't jump in earlier, but I'm sure it was just because he was too busy scoping and eavesdropping first.
A long time.
Kosei, if you're interested, you can be all over that, buddy. I'm sure it was only a few minutes. Don't be jelly. Why does it matter? So...
What were you talking about?
Nothing important, and honestly, it wasn't.
Then why did she choose to talk to you?
She lives in my house. You'd have to ask her. Also that.
Hey.
Hello. You just jumped into this. Startled, I glance behind me and see Kira hovering nearby. Kosei's eyes widen like saucers. Hi.
Hey, Kira!
Nobody asked you. She glances at Kosei.
Oh, hello.
And then she turns back to me.
Are you free after school today?
Some random question to bring up. Yeah, I think so. What's up? That is unbelievably, like, that is an unbelievable downplay. Well, not even just a downplay, but just just kind of like, yeah, I think so. What's up? It was like, I don't know. I guess I honestly, I probably would answer it similarly. Never mind. All right, we'll keep going.
I was hoping we could meet in the courtyard to talk.
About? You and me? Why wait when we can do it now? Actually, I wonder what this is about. I have no idea what she could want to talk about with me. We don't even know each other at all. But I guess there's one way to find out what she wants. Sure. Kira nods.
I'll see you then.
Okay. As soon as she's done speaking, she leaves and exits the classroom. Kira really is a girl of few words. A very task person is what we would call that. You know, there's a difference between a task and a relational person, or yeah, task and relational. That's what it is. I can be relational. When I'm at work, I'm very task though, super task. Kosei slumps hard into his seat.
Are you kidding me right now? Erilynn and now Kira too?
I don't even want Erilynn. You can have her. Kosei's not the one who's not the only one who's noticed. I feel the eyes of my classmates on me too. The shimmer of whispers slowly begins. They must be wondering the same thing. It's just a coincidence. The heart wants what the heart wants. I never asked. I literally didn't ask for. Well, you kind of asked for one of them, and it's not even the one that we're interested in. Whatever. Hey, don't blame me. This is completely out of my control.
That just makes it worse!
He flops onto the floor. Enjoy your face hitting pavement.
This is it. I'm dead.
Because 2 girls talk to me? There are other women in the world. There are plenty of other. There's so many other girls you could possibly talk to. But no, you're dead because 2 girls talk to me. Oh, woe is Kosei. I like how before you were just all headstrong about, I'm gonna get a girlfriend, and now it's just like 2 women talk to me who aren't even my girlfriend. Jenny's like, oh, I died now. Kosei, get up, dude. You're embarrassing both of us.
Nope, can't. Too dead. This is my life now.
I don't notice the girls return until Mina calmly steps over Kosei.
Is Kosei having a crisis again?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Why is the world so cruel? How come my best friend gets all the girls and I can't even get one?
I didn't even get a girl! Literally all that happened is 2 girls talk to me. As far as you know. Following Mina's lead, Erilynn daintily hops over him. Being ignored a second time seems to spur something within him. His eyes widen.
Wait a minute. I, the best friend?
What? Huh?
And he's the MC?
Oh, I see. This is... Okay, I see where we're going here. Kosei glances over to me and then laughs.
What am I thinking? Of course not. How could I be relegated to the comic relief?
Have you seen your hair?
No. I won't take this lying down.
There's new fire in his eyes as he peels himself off the ground.
I, Kosei Nakahara, am the MC of this story. You hear that, world?
Just then the instructor enters the room and completely derails anything you wanted to do.
Hear what, Mr. Nakahara?
Nothing.
Kosei and the rest of us take our seats. I'm glad he was able to work through whatever that was. He looks even more determined than ever. The instructor begins to write on the blackboard.
I hope you all enjoyed your break. Now we'll begin our next lesson.
Boom, boom, boom. I wonder how long the chapters of this game are going to be. I don't remember. I think I remember them saying like the demo was like it's either the entire first chapter or part of the first chapter. But it feels a lot different. Well, not a lot different, but a little different than like what they did for Crystal Line and Ace Academy. Like Ace Academy, I feel like jumped you a little straight into the action and what it's supposed to be about. Same thing with Crystal Line, where this is like you meet 2 interesting characters, but I'm still not 100% sure what this is. Anyway, finally, classes are finished and school is over for the day. I quickly pack up my things and get ready to head out. I'm about to tell Erilynn about my meeting when Mina comes up to me.
Hey, wait up! Aren't we all walking home together?
No. Sorry, I've got to meet somebody. You and Erilynn can head home together and, you know, you can do all the explaining this time around.
Oh, okay. Who are you meeting?
None of your business. Kira. Fine. Mina looks more surprised than necessary.
Really? How did that happen?
She walked up to me and asked if I could meet her after school. It's a long story. It really isn't. Kosei will tell you about it. I'll meet you at home. She turns to Kosei.
What's he talking about?
Kosei sighs deeply.
Don't even get me started. I've got to get to work.
You have fun with that. While Mina goes to get Erilynn, I take the opportunity to slip out and head outside. Kira waits for me in the courtyard in front of the school. She looks over and nods when I approach. I nod back and begin to feel uneasy under her stare. Maybe we should get this over with. What is it that you wanted to talk about? She takes a deep breath. She has something to do with the shrine, I'm guessing.
At the shrine, I saw everything.
Well, there you go. There's your answer. It's not what you think. You should have joined in. Define everything? I wonder what she actually saw. What do you mean by everything? She hesitates, finding her words. Oh, hi. Nope, didn't mean to do that.
I saw Erilynn drop out of the sky and land on you.
Oh, well, that about sums it up, actually. Kira taps her chin in thought.
What I can't figure out is that weird thing I saw in the sky.
Oh, you were looking at that. Because I was not looking at the sky. I was waiting for something to just kind of fall on me, I guess. What weird thing? She shakes her head.
I don't know. It had weird shapes and seemed to glow. I've never seen it before. And then a moment later, Erilynn fell.
I think back to last night. Did I notice anything in the sky? It was all so sudden. I wonder if that's the ethereal energy the old woman was talking about. She blinks.
What's ethereal energy?
Ethereal. Okay. I feel like I've pronounced this about 5 different ways tonight. I have no idea. It was something the old lady mentioned. Did you see her? Kira looks at me blankly. She didn't see the ethereal lady. She was kind of pushy about making a wish and said something about the ethereal energy. I'm gonna go with ethereal because that's how I've been pronouncing it forever. And the astral continuum alignment. She shakes her head.
None of that sounds familiar.
I think she's involved in this. That thing in the sky might be something she created, or at least something she knows about. I need to get back to the shrine to find her. I wonder if I should ask Kira to join me. Fuck it, at this point, if she knows what's going on, you might as well. She's not really a part of this mess, and I don't want to involve her more than necessary, but a part of me is relieved that she knows. Would you be willing to go with me? Kira hesitates. I need your help describing whatever was in the sky if we don't find the old woman. Plus, since you were there last night, you might remember something I missed. After a moment, she nods. Truth be told, I'm glad for her help. It's easier to carry the secret between 2 people rather than just one. Let's go back to the shrine tomorrow afternoon and see if she's there.
Sure.
We exchange numbers and finalize the details. Then Kira checked the time on her phone.
I have to go now, but I'll meet you tomorrow.
Okay, sure. We say our goodbyes and then I begin to walk home. When I walk through the door, I hear Erilynn and Mina talking. I hope Erilynn's not saying anything to blow her cover. Hustling, I kick off my shoes and hurry into the living room. Both girls sit on the couch. Erilynn has a lock of hair in her hands, and Mina compares her own hair beside it. They glance at me as I step in.
Oh, hi, cuz. Welcome back.
Thanks. What are you two up to?
I was just asking Erilynn how she gets her hair so shiny.
It's from the hair mask I use.
Hair can have masks?
Hair mask?
Erilynn nods.
That's right. The one I use is made out of egg yolks and a few drops of lemon juice. I let it sit in my hair for exactly 20 minutes before washing it out with cool water.
I just put shampoo in my hair and then take a pick to it and occasionally use some conditioner. Egg yolks and okay. Mina's eyes pop.
Huh? That actually works?
See for yourself.
Erilynn smiles and runs her fingers through her hair again. Mina stares impressed. She wistfully strokes her own hair.
Do you think that would work on mine?
I'm just gonna randomly start putting egg yolk in my hair now and lemon juice. Like I'm literally just gonna go crack open an egg, poop, squeeze some lemon on it, and then there we go. My hair's gonna look fantastic.
Absolutely. It would work on anyone's hair.
She said anyone's hair. She shifts on the couch and touches one of Mina's short locks.
Your natural hair is already very healthy and pretty. If we just give it a little touch-up, we can get it to shine even more.
I've never seen Mina get so excited about this girly stuff before, but her smile turns radiant.
Aww, that sounds like so much fun. We should have a girls' night sometime so you can show me how to do it.
It's interesting that, like, the rest of her hair is pretty short, but she has this, like, one lock of braid that's, like, really, really long. Because I've always thought about possibly doing, like, my hair it's strangely long enough that, like, there are pieces of it where I can, like, stretch it down to about my eye. Like, I can't get a full grasp of my hair from, like, just that angle, but there's a piece of it where I know it drapes down far enough to, like, my eye, and I've thought about doing, like, a dreadlock down to, like, the left side of my face while letting the rest of it grow out. So that's an interesting hairstyle. Erilynn blinks.
A girls' night?
Yeah!
After a moment, Erilynn batches his guy just like, yeah!
That could be fun.
I'm glad they're bonding. Can I get no? Is that a beauty product or breakfast? That's actually a funny, okay. Eggs and hair? Erilynn turns to me.
Yes, what of it?
Nothing, I just never thought the two would go together.
And that's why your hair looks like it came out of a garbage disposal.
I will fight you. Ouch, feels bad, man. Mina smiles at Erilynn and tilts her head.
Do you use any other beauty products?
Oh yes, my skincare routine is essential.
Yes, I take egg salad. I take egg salad. I take potato salad and squeeze a little bit of vinegar on there. Erilynn counts off on her fingers.
I use a face mask at least 3 times a week. There's also cleanser, moisturizer, toner.
Yes, all that, which I gotta let that joke go. Meanwhile, eyes widen.
That sounds so complicated. I had no idea there was so much to do. I just wash my face with soap.
Same.
That's important too. What kind of soap?
The same one I used to wash my body?
Same. Erilynn chokes.
What? You can't do that!
You totally can do that. Although, like, even if I do wash my face with, like, the same, like, soap that I use for my body, it's like, yes, afterwards, like, I use, like, a cleanser or whatever to, like, just kind of, like, clean everything off. But still, it's just like, whatever, it's fucking soap. I guess it's different for girls. I don't fucking know. I don't understand what beautification goes on and what products to use. She just said egg yolk and lemon juice, and I'm like, that's breakfast, bruh.
Huh? Why?
Because that's how you dry out your face. Body soap and face soap are completely different.
That is true. Horror settles over Mina's face.
It is? Of course it is. Body soap strips your skin of healthy oils, and your face is so delicate and cute. Please change your habits now before it's too late.
You saying my face ain't cute? Cause I'll fight you.
My face is cute?
Mina touches her face, looking surprised.
Very much so.
I touch her pink color as Mina's cheeks as she grins from ear to ear.
That's so nice of you, Erilynn.
To be fair, the soap that I use does specifically say, like, body, face, and... body and face wash. Like, I do make sure that it does say that at least, so it's like, oh, okay, this is fine.
I'm only stating the truth. Luckily, I'm here now to teach you everything I know.
I feel a little bit like I'm intruding on a moment. I'm not gonna lie, it does feel like that. I'm like, why am I here for this conversation? Maybe I should leave you to it. Both of them glances at me as if remembering I'm still here. She's not. She's like, huh? And she's just like, leave.
Oh, we're not gonna do any of that right now. We're saving it for girls' night.
Yeah, clear. Yeah, okay, cool. Erilynn nods. Mina shifts to face me.
In fact, now that you're home, we should visit Kosei at his new job.
Should we? Definitely have to go sport with my bro. Why? Do you miss him? Sounds fine. A smirk tugs at my mouth. Why? Do you miss him that much? Mina blinks.
What?
We were with him at school, and now you want to see him again.
So what if I want to see him again? We're friends.
Damn it, she's actually coming up with good answers. I don't know, Mina. I think I sense love blooming. She arcs an eyebrow.
Are you sure you're not the one who's in love with him?
I mean, listen, okay, we had one moment. It was one moment. You had a moment. I'm not the one who suggested we go see him. Yeah, see, damn. She flushes.
I just want to see the arcade, okay?
Bullshit.
What about you, Erilynn? Do you want to visit Kosei with us?
Erilynn doesn't bat an eye.
What's a Kosei?
Alright, Erilynn, you scored some points with me today just for that line. Because that's almost exactly how I treat people, where it's like, I don't know I don't know who they are, or I don't, like, it's just, what is a whatever? Like, what's a Danielle? What is that? I don't know what that is. She's like, what's a Kosei? What's that? Who? No, Kieran. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. It's what? He's a guy from our class.
Are you planning on walking there?
Yeah, it's really close by.
Erin leans back into the couch.
No, thank you.
Mina blinks.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Leave her ass here. We don't need her. Seriously?
I'm exhausted.
But we only went to school.
Yes, exactly.
She gets to her feet.
I'm going to go have a little lie down. You two have fun.
Okay, bye. She turns around and heads towards the stairs, leaving her things on the floor. It's so funny. She had a great moment, and then like, it just. Your bag. She's expecting you to carry it, dude.
Oh, yes. Please see to it.
I told you. She waves us off and disappears upstairs. Mina turns to me confused.
What was that about? It's like she's never had a full day of school before.
Ah, you know, in Sweden, you finish school when you're 8. Jet lag.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, sure it does.
Anyway, let's go.
Okay. We leave home and head to the arcade. As it turns out, Mina was right. It's close by. Soon we reach a large, modern-looking building. The glass doors are automatic and slide open when we approach. Once inside, we stumble to a halt. I remember this place! It was in Ace Academy! Whoa! It's Ace Academy all over again! The arcade is busy. I hear the whirring of games and people laughing. Screens with colorful lights blink in the background. To the side is a glass case filled with prizes. Bigger and more impressive ones line the wall behind it. A quaint cafe on the other side of the room offers an assortment of drinks and snacks.
Oh my gosh!
Mina shimmers with excitement.
This place is awesome!
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. We gotta check out those games later. For now, where's Kosei? Oh, see, Kieran, you can't turn it around anymore because you were so focused on him. We looked around for Kosei, but can't find him anywhere. Spot a guy in uniform scrubbing the display case and approach him. Hey, excuse me.
Hello. How may I help you?
I don't know. You tell me. You sound like you're fresh off of like being 15 and like awkwardly going through puberty. We're looking for Kosei Nakahara. He was just recently hired recently. Is he around?
Oh, of course. 1 second.
I wonder if this is actually in the same timeline of Ace Academy. That would actually be kind of fun. He walks away, disappearing into the back. We wait a few minutes before seeing Kosei. A pleasant, surprised smile spreads across his face.
Oh, hey! You guys came!
Word choice!
Of course! We had to take a look at this place for ourselves.
I give the arcade another glance, impressed. Dude, this place is so cool. I can't believe you're actually working at an arcade.
I know! I can't believe how lucky I am. Long gone are those dull ramen shop days.
Yeah, you're really moving up in the world.
Tell me about it. I love it here.
Does that mean your first day is going well?
Oh, look, you put your hands behind your back and you started looking at him. That means you like him.
It's going great.
That's awesome, Kosei. I'm happy for you.
Oh, I bet you are. She taps her chin in thought.
Although, I'm really curious to see what you do now. Can you show us?
Really? You're legit interested in what he doesn't. Okay. Kosei's face lights up.
I'd love to.
Alright, you two have fun.
Great.
Cool. Then let's get going.
I was expecting him to take us to one of the games. Instead, he steers us toward the cafe. Mina blinks.
Huh? Wait a second. I thought you worked with the games.
No, he works at the arcade. The arcade has a lot of things going on in it. He just works in the cafe of the arcade. He grins.
Nah, the games are cool. But just wait and see.
Mina and I share a glance. I guess we both assumed he worked with the game machines, but technically the cafe is. I explained this already. We followed him into the kitchen and Mina brightens.
Oh, are you actually cooking? That's awesome!
Nope, he washes the dishes.
No, not yet. But this is just as good.
He washes the dishes. Mina and I exchange another look. Wow, just as good as cooking? I wonder what it is. He washes the dishes. We weave around cooking stations and chefs. They ignore us, too focused on their work. The different sweet and savory smells make my mouth water. Finally, Kosei comes to a halt by a large sink. It's filled to the brim with a mountain of bubbles and colorful dishes. An elaborate dishwasher sits beside it.
Behold! Isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your whole life?
Oh, Kosei. I don't get it. Are you talking about Mina? Wait for him to explain. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna put him on the spot now. Who, Mina? The two of them stop and blink. Oh, that's a line. Oh, never mind.
Huh?
What?
I chuckle. Looks like I was correct. Romance is blooming after. Okay, no. Oh, okay. No. Okay, I am putting that on him. Okay, never mind. It seems like your feelings might be returned, Mina. I pat her on the back. I'm happy for you. Kosei looks totally confused.
Feelings? What feelings?
Mina shoots me a glare.
Seriously? Why do you always have to make everything so weird?
I only make it weird between you two. That's it. Everything else I don't really care about. Turns back to Kosei.
Sorry, but I'm still confused. What were you talking about before?
These porringers, of course!
What's a porringer? Oh.
One of these!
Kosei beams and picks up a small bowl with a handle, then ducks it into the soapy water. He starts scrubbing away, perfectly content. We wait for him to tell us that this is all a joke and show us what he actually does here, but he simply continues washing. So... I'm out of alcohol, so we're gonna need you to get through this cleaning shit. Hesitate.
What else do you do here?
This is what he does, honey. He's a dishwasher. Kosei blinks.
What do you mean?
there, yep. Weren't you doing dishes before?
Yeah?
So isn't this exactly the same thing? Kosei's eyes widen.
This isn't the same at all. Like I said, these are porringers.
Mina and I blink.
What?
Just look at these ceramic cups.
He picks up one for emphasis.
These saucers. This carafe.
Carafe? Isn't that just a picture?
No, they're completely different.
He gathers all the dishes and adds them into the sink.
They're so cool. Way better than those dull bowls at the ramen shop.
I just love how he's doing the exact same job, but he's more ecstatic about, like, okay. It's not to rip on dishwashing. That's not what this is about. Because I could understand, like, having worked in, like, a position and you go to a different place and it's more exciting because what they do is a little differently. Like, if you were serving or if you were bartending, there may be, like, little features where you're like, oh, wow, this is so much better than the other place that I worked at. I don't exactly see that the same way for dishwashing. I'm like, you're still just dishwashing. That's all this is at the end of the day. And it's not even necessarily that he is dishwashing. The thing that he's excited about is the type of, like, dishes that they have. That's what he's excited about. I don't get it, but I will show him support anyway. My poor friend has finally lost his mind. Honestly, who cares as long as he's happy? Mina's brow furrows in concern.
Should we be worried?
No, I don't think so.
But he's excited about dishes.
So he's doing something that makes him happy. Mina does not look convinced. Watch as Kosei presses a button on the look at his face. That is the face of a man who either actually genuinely enjoys what he's doing or just has accepted what his life is. There's a loud dinging noise followed by a kaleidoscope of flashing colors. He grins and puffs out his chest.
Did you guys see that? Now that's impressive.
What is?
The porcelain immaculation sanitizer, of course.
The piss?
This is some industrial grade, heavy duty machinery.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Porcelain immaculation sanitizer? That's short for piss. I'm sorry, that's exactly what that is. Mina's about to speak when another coworker approaches Kosei carrying a pile of dishes.
Hey, sorry man, there's more.
No worries. I'm happy to help out.
He takes the pile from him and starts washing. The man smiles.
By the way, great job so far.
That makes Kosei beam. I have never heard a kitchen and dishwasher talk that way before. Mostly because the kitchen and the dishwasher. People in restaurants that I've worked at, if you are a dishwasher, you're also more than likely working on the line as well. So what ends up happening is that it's just like they understand that shit and they're just like, fuck, I'm on dish today. All right, fine, I'll just get shit done and then I'll head back on the line.
Thanks, man. I'm really excited to be here.
And then when they've been on the line too long because they're necessary to be on the line and they just see the dishes pile up, it's just a rush to just throw things in and just get it out of the dishwasher as fast as possible.
Glad to hear it. It's a pretty fun place to work. Have you checked out any of the games yet?
Oh, no, not yet. But I plan to. Do you have a favorite?
I actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever worked a job that has a dishwasher role where there was just someone who was specifically just a dishwasher. Like, they were dishwasher, but they were also kitchen. The two of them hit it off, chatting animatedly. The worry slowly melts off from Mina's face. Her eyes soften. She smiles because she's got a boner for him.
You know what? Never mind. I think I finally understand why he likes it here.
Yeah, me too. It's remarkable how he can be so upbeat doing something as simple as dishes. It's great to see him being accepted so quickly by his coworkers too.
We should probably leave him to his work though.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have interrupted it in the first place. Yeah. I approached Kosei, tapping him on the shoulder. Hey, we're going to get out of your hair. Congrats again on the new job.
Okay, cool. Thanks for visiting.
Okay, bye! Mina and I leave the kitchen. I don't really want to go home yet, and I can tell Mina doesn't either. Hey, while we're here, we may as well check out some of the games. Mina brightens at the suggestion.
Good idea! After all, it would be a real shame to come all this way and not even play one game.
That sounds like a quick save, even though it's a demo. Agreed. We'll head around the arcade looking for anything that catches our eyes. Mina seems interested in an archery game and quickly snaps up to the bow. She motions for me to grab the second one. Oh, is this actually going to be a... Oh, damn it. I thought it was going to be like a quick game function. Maybe they'll put that in the real game? I don't know. Well, it's supposed to be just a quick game, turns into mini rounds. We lose track of time in the arcade. And when we finally decide to return home, it's already dark out. The walk home was smooth and uneventful. Visiting the arcade really boosted my mood. Mina is in good spirits, too. Once we return home, I spot Uncle Hajime in the living room.
Oh, good, you're home.
Uncle Hajime, did you close early tonight? He nods.
You sold out earlier than anticipated, so closed up shop. Your aunt is upstairs enjoying her night off.
You sold out. I hope you're ready to go. Well, actually, no. If it's a bakery, I guess they would. Never mind.
It's good to hear business is doing well. It's more fun at the bakery when it's busy.
I hope you remember that during your shift tomorrow.
Nah, you have to go to work. I don't do that. That's just silly. Who works? Mina freezes. I can tell she forgot we had work. Oh, fuck. What do you mean we? Ah, shit. Never mind. But she smoothly recovers with a smile.
Of course I will.
That's my girl.
Uncle Hajime laughs, affectionately ruffling Mina's hair. I look around. Where's Erilynn?
Oh, she's upstairs in her room. She's been holed up in there since dinner. I wonder if she's feeling well.
It's just jet lag, Dad.
Hey, listen, that's my excuse.
Ah, of course. Have you two had dinner yet? I've saved some leftovers just in case.
Sweet! My stomach rumbles in response, and the two of us sit down and eat. After dinner, I help with the cleanup before going to my room. Cracking open my books, I get started on my homework. I stifle a yawn as I finish the last question, then get ready for bed. As I gratefully slip into my bed, I fall into a quick and easy sleep. Hit me with it! I wake up feeling alert and refreshed. I got a little sleep in. I got to sleep in a little more than usual, and it's made all the difference. After getting ready and finishing breakfast, Mina and I head to the bakery. It's a beautiful day, so the walk to work is fast and smooth. As my shift ends on time, I hope my shift ends on time. I haven't forgotten that I'm meeting Kira at the shrine afterwards. Once we arrive, Mina and I throw on our aprons. Oh, it must be a weekend. That's why this is happening. Sunlight filters in through the bakery's window, highlighting the display cases filled with sweet treats. The fresh scent of bread and sugar mingles in the air, giving the place a warm and homey feeling. Aunt Emiko finishes up a transaction with the customer before ushering us over.
I'm so glad you're both here.
She pulls Mina to the cash register.
Sweetie, can you please take over the register?
No! Oh. Mina nods and helps the next person in line. Aunt Emiko hands me a tray.
Here is the latest batch of bread. Can you put them out on display for me, honey?
No! Of course, Aunt Emiko. Damn it!
Thank you, dear. If you need me, I'll be in the back with your uncle working on a catering order.
As she disappears into the kitchen, I set to work. The store is bustling with hungry customers all morning. The bread flies off the shelves faster than I can restock them. Eventually, the rush dies down. As the last customer leaves, Mina lets out a deep breath and sits at one of the tables.
Phew, it's finally slowing down.
Okay, it was the sweater at first, and then I noticed the cap. And all I can think of, like, is in Persona 5, the get smoked hat. Like, just put a blunt in her mouth while you're at it. Yeah, that was that. Last Rush was crazy. But I guess they're trying to play into the whole tomboy thing. Which, strangely doesn't work with that sweater. She slumps against the table looking exhausted.
I just want one moment to myself.
The bell dings above the door. I look over to see a young man enter the shop. He looks slightly older than us. Maybe he's a high school senior? Mina's eyes widen. Her back straightens up. Up, she found another love interest. I stifle a laugh. I thought you said you wanted a moment to rest and do nothing. Her cheeks flush.
Shush.
The boy stuffs his hand into his pockets as he checks out the display case and checks out my cousin. Mina lets out a soft, almost dreamy sigh. Told you. Encourage her. Cack out your tongue. Step in and take his order. My mouth lifts into a half smile. Like what you see, Mina? She snaps out of her daydream. This is also interesting. Maybe I wonder if I just don't know hair length that well. Because, like, hair length is different for me. Because, like, my hair is, like, it's long. Well, right now my hair is long, but it's also coily and kind of, like, coarse. But, like, I would think that for her hair to be in that much of a ponytail, there's a lot of back hair that you have to be, like, pulling in. I would actually think her tail would be shorter. Because, like, with her tail that long, I would think her hair is long. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it.
What are you talking about?
Come on, you're clearly interested in that guy.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Oh, okay. I give an innocent shrug. In that case, I guess I'll go take his order.
No!
There it is. Mina zips to the counter, startling the customer. She flashes him a bright smile.
Hello! Don't worry, I'm here to help you.
Attractive senpai. Just like how that's what is. He shuffles in place looking confused. Gradually, it dawns on Mina that he never asked for his help in the first place. Hey, her face goes red.
I mean, do you need help?
He flashes her an easy smile, which makes Mina's flush even brighter.
I've never been to this place before. Can you tell me about your hot cross bun options?
That sounds strangely sexual.
Oh, of course.
She clears her throat as the music goes away.
As you can see, you have some hot buns.
We're doing this, aren't we? The boy blinks.
What?
She sputters.
Wait, I mean, your buns are fresh. Not your buns, my buns. Wait, no, mine, like mine from the store.
Concern settles over his face.
On second thought, maybe something else. Do you have any bread rolls?
Here we go. Mina nods.
Yes, roleplay is very important here at the bakery.
Okay, you're not even trying with that one.
Role play?
Yes.
Her eyes widen.
Just rolls? I mean bread rolls.
A breathless, strained laugh puffs out of him. He looks around for something else to order.
Maybe I'll just go with a slice of pie.
Oh, this can't possibly go wrong.
Of course. Do you want a cream pie?
Ooh. Mina quickly catches herself and their face turns bright red. You're too young to know what that even means, audience.
I mean, a cream pie.
That's actually worse. That is actually worse.
Like, do you want a slice of a pie that happens to contain cream filling? Because it's called a cream pie.
He blinks, then nods.
That sounds just fine.
I bet it does. She looks relieved.
No problem. Just 1 second, please.
Just put police sirens all over this. Mina prepares his order and then disappears into the back. That's strange. The pastries are ready to go, so I'm not sure why she's back there. She returns a moment later to ring him up. After he pays, she hands him the bag.
Thanks.
He tries to take it from her, but Mina doesn't let go. Oh boy. She seems lost in a trance, staring into his eyes. Oh boy. He gives the bag a little tug. She snaps out of it.
Oh, sorry. Enjoy your dessert.
He gives her another odd look, as he should, then sits at one of the tables. When he's out of earshot, Mina lets out a low groan. She deflates against the counter. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry, I like buns too. Wow, that was pretty bad. When did you get so good at puns? Wow, that was pretty bad. There's no sugarcoating this. Water is wet, grass is green, Mina can't flirt. That was a disaster. Mina huffs and crosses her arms.
Oh, come on. It could have been worse.
I mean, it could have been. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Mina gives me a pointed look. Suddenly she's smirking? Wait, I'm confused. Didn't that just go really badly? Why do you look so smug? I know you're wearing a hat, but you still shouldn't look so smug. Mina grins and puts her hands on her hips.
Because, dear cousin, I am smoother than you think.
Yeah, you say that with your Ace Academy hat. I arch an eyebrow. Did we not just witness the same thing? She lifts up her chin and pins me with a confident stare.
Nope. Because when I was in the back, I wrote my number on the pie and frosting.
Huh? How do you think that helps you? That doesn't help you. What? Huh? No. She looks over to see that he's already eaten half of the pie. Crumbs sprinkle into the plate as he takes another big bite. Most of her numbers already disappear. How did you think that helps you? Nina's face pinches in horror. No! Yeah, like how? What? She reaches out as if she can stop it, but it's too late. The deed has been done.
My number!
Her body slumps over with shame.
World, why?
Why did you pick a terrible way to try to... Anyway. I laugh and pat her on the back. She deserved that. It's alright, Mina. Better luck next time. She groans. When the boy is done eating, he waves at us.
Thanks for the pie. It was delicious.
Word choice. Mina waves back, wearing a strained smile. The ding of the door announces his exit. Once he's out of sight, she hides her face in her hands, crestfallen and defeated. I pat her on the back. There. On the plus side, work is almost over. She perks up.
That's true. And my friend and I have plans tonight.
Oh! See, it's not all that bad.
Yeah, you're right. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into another cute guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll get a lot of opportunities. Just don't offer him any more cream pies, please. Mina playfully shoves me, but the smile has returned to her face. Anamiko pops into the store.
Hey guys, can one of you help us out back here with the dishes?
Of course. I turn to Mina and flash her a grin. You know who would be better at dishes? I know a guy. Mina would love to do the dishes. Mina sputters.
What?
Anamiko smiles.
Oh, great! Thank you so much, sweetie.
You have fun with that. I got a girl I gotta go meet. You do your thing now. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. Score, no dishes for me. Mina groans, but heads into the kitchen. Anamiko turns to me.
That means you're the lucky one who gets to help Hajime and me with our catering order.
Oh, that's fine. I don't mind that one. That shouldn't be too hard. Oh, wait. Do you mean I actually have to deliver the catering order? Or does that mean... Because if I'm just putting in the catering order, that's fine. I can handle that part. But if I actually have to go deliver this, then that sucks. Damn, I knew it was too easy. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, I'll be there in a minute, Anamiko. She nods, disappearing into the back. I pull out my phone to text Kira, letting know that I'll have to work late. My phone dings with a reply text. Kira agrees to push back our meeting time. Once I'm in the kitchen, I roll up my sleeves and get to work. There's a lot to do, but having my aunt and uncle to talk having my aunt and uncle to talk to makes it go by faster. The rest of the workday goes by smoothly. When we're done, Mina and I hurry home. I'm running late by the time we arrive at the house. First thing I do is claim the shower. There are worse things to smell like than freshly baked bread, but I don't need to make people hungry whenever I walk past. Listen, you just live with smelling like fresh baked bread at that point. After getting dressed, I'm ready to meet Kira at the shrine. I pass by Erilynn's room. I wonder if I should let her know I'm leaving. No, her door is currently closed, but the information we hope to find directly affects her. Should I disturb her? No. I should have saved there. Leave her be. Whatever, it's a demo. If her door is closed, it means that she wouldn't want to be disturbed. I'm not going to risk upsetting her by bothering her when she doesn't want to be bothered. It's probably better if she doesn't join us anyway. Grabbing my things, I head out of the house and make my way to the shrine. I walk over. The walkover feels longer than usual. My breath comes in gas as I pick up the pace. Finally, I see the familiar gates. Kira stands in front of them and greets me as I approach.
Hello.
Hi! Hey, sorry I'm late. I hope you haven't been waiting long. She shakes her head. This is the first time I've seen her outside of her school uniform. I must be staring a bit too long because she breaks the silence.
Is something wrong?
No, actually. You look great. Are you a model? Nothing at all. You look great! Snap out of my stare, feeling my cheeks burn as I look away. Kira's already beautiful to begin with, but this outfit makes her look so elegant and feminine. It's actually not, like, elegant is not the vibe I got out of this. The school uniforms really don't do her justice. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. Is that you just look really great today? My eyes widen as I realize how that sounds. Yeah. Not that you don't look great every day, you know. You do. I mean, it's not like I'm staring. It's just me ears are getting warm in here. I feel the heat rising in my face. To my surprise, Kira bows her head in a graceful nod.
Thank you.
So, should we head in? Kira nods. We go through the gates and enter the shrine grounds. There were a good number of people wandering about. Families crowd toward the main hall. I see. That is supposed to be towards. Families crowd the main hall, wishing for blessings of health and good fortune. Many couples gaze lovingly, gross, at each other as they wish for happiness. And even more single people look wistfully around the shrine, holding amulets for love. Gross. I wonder where we should start. Do you remember where you saw that thing in the sky? Was it an omen in the sky? Kira looks up, shielding her eyes from the sun.
It was right above where Erilynn landed on you. About there.
She points to a spot in the air. I glance at the sky. It's clear today without a cloud in sight. I don't see anything abnormal.
Neither do I. It's not like it was the other night.
Our best bet is still to find the old woman, then. I give Kira a description of what I remember. Scanning the crowd, I look for the familiar face of that mysterious old lady. The crowd of people was too thick for me to spot her. Kira takes a cursory glance around her, too. We'll never find her this way. Maybe we should ask around to see if anyone else has seen her? She nods.
If we split up, we'll cover more ground.
Yeah. We agree to meet back here, and Kira disappears into the crowd. I look again, wondering who I should approach. Ask the really happy-looking guy. All old people know each other, right? Find someone who works here. Never mind. Alright, old people know each other. It takes one to know one. Besides, if I were an old lady, who would be my friends? Probably other old ladies. I approach a woman who waits patiently outside of the offering hall. Excuse me. She jumps at my voice.
Oh, young man, are you lost?
Her eyes are full of concern. No, I'm actually looking for someone and wondered if you've seen her. She's an old woman about your height with like gray hair.
Is that your grandmother? Have you been separated from your family?
Have you been talking with the gum in your mouth? I try to think of more details. No, she's someone who's very enthusiastic about something called ethereal energy.
What? Esther's family? Hold on.
She just puts you on hold like you're an operator, like she's an operator. She calls out to another elderly woman standing around the amulet booth.
Esther, this young man says you're his grandmother.
No, actually.
What, dear?
The woman cups her hands around her mouth and shouts again.
This young man says you're his grandmother.
What?
What? It kind of reminds me of the teacher from Jimmy. What? While they're distracted, I quietly slip away. That didn't go the way I expected. Ask the really happy-looking guy. I see a guy about my age with a big smile on his face. He's clutching an amulet and mouthing thank you to the sky. That looks like the face of someone whose wishes was granted, or the face of a guy who's too over-optimistically looking for a girlfriend. I approach him. Excuse me. He turns to me.
What they say about the shrine is real. If you make an offering, your prayer may just be answered.
See, that's why you should just give it an offering so that Erilynn could go back home. My heart does a little flip. That does sound familiar. Where'd you hear that?
Oh, from someone here. And they were right. I prayed for love, and I just got a text from the cute girl I work with. It can't be a coincidence.
Okay, listen, just because, okay, you prayed for love, just because you got a text from the cute girl you work with doesn't necessarily mean that that's love. That cute girl that you worked with may have just been asking you to swap a shift with her. He heard that from someone at the shrine? That's great, but back to who told you. Was it an old woman with short gray hair?
No, I don't think so. On second thought, I might have read it off a plaque.
Yeah, you're fucked, buddy.
That's not important. I have a date to plan.
No, she wants you to cover her shift. He rushes off before I can ask more. Well, that went nowhere. Find someone who works here. My best chance of finding this old woman is to ask someone who spends a lot of time at the shrine. Who also spends a lot of time at the shrine. There were a few groundskeepers sweeping the steps the night that I met her. There are a few more working here today. Recognizing their uniform, I approached the nearest groundskeeper. I can't tell if he's the same one from that night or not. Hey, excuse me, do you happen to know if there's an old woman who frequents the shrine? The man looks at me, rubbing his chin.
You're going to have to be more specific than that. The elderly are always visiting the shrine.
You're gonna have to be more specific than that. The elderly are always keeping the grounds. She has short, gray hair, I'm trying to remember what she looks like, but there isn't anything specifically identifying about her. She likes to talk about something called Ethereal Energy and encourages people to make wishes at the shrine. Groundskeeper frowns.
Ethereal Energy. Listen, young man, I haven't got time for pranks. If you don't actually need anything, then please excuse me.
Alright, bye. He thinks I'm making things up. Not that I can blame him. Sorry for bothering you. Thank you anyway. I'll leave him be. It's clear that nobody knows who I'm talking about. Disheartened, I returned to the meetup point. It hadn't struck me just how fruitless this endeavor was until I started asking around. Realistically, with no name or anything to go off of, what were the chances that we'd find this woman anyway? I don't have to wait long before Kira returns. A sliver of hope stirs in my chest. Get it out now. Any leads? Nope. She shakes her head, squashing that tiny ray of hope.
You?
I shake my head too. I let out a sigh as I sit on the stone bench. Asking locals was a long shot anyway. Kira sits beside me and wordlessly hands me a bottle of water. Oh, thanks. Where did you get this?
Over there.
She points to the other side of the hall where a small refreshment stand offers drinks, then holds up a second bottle for herself. Offer to pay her back. How much was it? I can pay you back. She shakes her head.
Don't worry about it.
She sounds firm in her decision. I don't think she'll accept money. That's fine. Alright, but I'll get it next time. She smiles faintly and nods. I take a sip. I guess now is as good of a time as any to take a break. She nods, drinking a sip of water. Take another drink. As I take another drink, I glance at Kira out of the corner of my eye. Her attentiveness just now surprises me. I didn't think she noticed the little things. I still don't have a very good read on her. She likes to keep to herself and remains disconnected at school. So her interest in Erilynn's situation is unusual. My thoughts return to the rumors. Is she really an Igarashi? Would it be rude of me to ask? As if sensing my thoughts, Kira turns towards me, meeting my eyes. I may as well ask. Hey, I've been wondering something.
About the old woman?
Not quite. No, about you, actually. She remains emotionless, turning back to her water.
What about me?
Are you related to the famous Igarashi conglomerate?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, that was an obvious one. The change is very subtle, but I notice it. There's a dullness in her eyes and a sharpness in her tone. Huh. I wouldn't have expected a family such as yours to live here in Matsukaze. I thought you'd all live in the city.
They do.
I blink. So you live here by yourself? She nods, keeping her expression clearly blank. Such freedom! Actually, yeah, no, I'm on board with that one. No obligations, nobody demanding your attention. It sounds like the life. That doesn't sound too bad. You have the freedom to do whatever you want. Although I imagine she probably doesn't.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, maybe she does. Her face is her usual mask. You don't have to sound so excited about it. Sorry, you don't have to sound so excited about it. She glances at me out of the corner of her eye and shrugs.
It isn't something I've noticed. Having to cook and take care of the house is just routine.
She's right. I didn't think about all the chores I'd have to do on my own because there's no one else to take care of them. I guess the novelty does wear off when it becomes a part of your daily life. Yes and no. She glances my way again.
Do you live with your parents?
No, but I nod. But they travel for work for most of the year and are rarely home. Kira looks in front of her.
Rarely home.
Yeah, but they always check in with me, so I hear from them often. And I still have my aunt, uncle, and my cousin Mina in the house too, so I don't feel lonely. She blinks.
So you're always surrounded by family?
Yes. Yep. Sometimes it can get a little annoying when I want my own space, but that's a small sacrifice to make. I can't even imagine how I would have gotten up for school back in the day if Mina wasn't around to wake me up. She goes quiet.
That sounds very nice.
It's kind of interesting how perspective changes things. Her voice has a strange hollow tone to it. She fiddles with the water bottle in her hands. What about your family? What are they like? Kira remains silent, and I wonder if I've offended her. As she's about to answer, a little boy just completely sounds like he's about to jump scare me, but doesn't. A little boy who looks no more than 5 years old races towards us. His cheeks are rosy pink. As he skids to a stop, he sticks a palm out in front of us.
Give me money.
Excuse me? That's rude. That's kind of what I want to go with. Is this a mugging? Here you go. I stare at the little boy. Is this a stick up? Am I being mugged right now? My brain can't fathom the scene before me. Look, I don't want any trouble, kid. He blinks and flashes me a broad smile.
No trouble.
Good.
Just money.
He pauses as if trying to remember something, then brightens. I'm imagining this kid is supposed to be like 4 and like wants to go to one of the vending machines.
Please?
Kira holds out a coin.
Here.
I should have just given the money. The little boy's face lights up. I notice Kira's expression soften as he snatches the coin out of her hand.
Thank you, lady. Now I can make a wish.
You do you, boo-boo. Be careful what you wish for in the shrine. Ask him what his wish is. Honestly, I might actually... In reality, that might actually be the one. Okay, what are you going to wish for? He puts a finger to his lips.
Can't tell you. It's a secret.
Fine. He races off just as quickly as he arrived. I watch him pause by the offering box. He drops in the coin before clasping his hands together. I glance at Kira. Here comes the old woman. She watches the child squeeze his eyes shut as he makes a wish. I'm surprised you gave him the coin.
It was a small gesture that made him really happy.
I can't help but smile. Kira does have a softer side to her, even if it's not readily apparent.
Koji!
A breathless woman runs after the boy, and when she sees him by the offering box, she pauses, catching her breath. Spotting us, she hurries over.
I'm so very sorry for Koji. Please excuse him for disturbing you.
I mean, it wasn't really... I guess... whatever. He's a kid.
He was no trouble at all.
You're too kind, but I know he was rude. And I apologize again for that. He's still young and too excitable.
Yeah, at the age of 5 through 11, I'm not sure how old he is. She calls out to her son.
Koji, come here. Let me give you a coin first, and then you can make a wish.
Yeah, he already did that.
It's okay, Mama. The lady already gave me one.
Yeah. The mother turns back to Kira with wide eyes, then she bows.
Thank you so much for helping him. Please, let me repay you.
Nah, she's not cool with that. She tries to slip a coin into Kira's hand, but Kira shakes her head, refusing to accept it.
It was my pleasure to help.
Please, this is the least I can do.
The woman urges Kira to accept the coin, but she remains firm.
When I was his age, a kind stranger gave me a coin to make my first wish too. I'm grateful that I could pay it forward, and I'm sure your son will too one day.
That was actually his wish, just to find out who he would pay it forward to. The mother nods, her face softening into a smile as she puts the coin away.
You have a good heart. Thank you again. Please, let me know if there's any other way I could repay you.
She looks back at her son, smiling, affection making her eyes twinkle.
Koji loves coming to the shrine. I don't quite understand it myself, but I'll keep bringing him here if it makes him happy.
Does that mean you visit often? She nods.
More often than most.
I share a glance with Kira. If this lady visits the shrine often, maybe she'll know other people who hang around here too. Do you know of an old woman who likes to visit this shrine? She has short gray hair and likes to encourage people to make wishes. She pauses, thinking.
Oh, maybe you're thinking of Miss Tanaka.
Alright, there's a start. There's a lead. Kira and I share a glance. Miss Tanaka?
Yes, I've seen her at the shrine pretty often. She reminds Koji to make a wish whenever she sees him. She always says it's the perfect opportunity for it.
My pulse quickens. Could this be the woman we've been searching for? Do you know if she was at the shrine last Thursday?
She may have been. I think she's normally here on Mondays and Thursdays, but I'm not too certain of her schedule.
If we've only had 2 days of school, then we were here on a Thursday. She was here last Thursday. It must be her. That could be her. Thank you so much. She smiles.
I'm happy to help.
Mama, I'm done.
Koji waves at his mother.
Koji, don't move.
The woman thinks this again before hurrying after her son. I faintly hear her scolding him as she scoops him into his arms. Her arms. Scoops him into her arms. Hope makes my body feel light. Excitement bubbles within me as I turn to Kira. Miss Tanaka sounds like our best lead. She nods.
Sounds like she won't be back until Monday, though.
Yeah. Would you want to come back with me? Come back here with me on Monday?
Sure.
Great. We can head here after school. Kira nods again.
Now that we have a lead, I'm going to head out. It's getting late, and there are a few things I need to do.
Have fun with that. Squinting, I glance at the setting sun. Orange and yellow blazes in the sky. I hadn't realized it gotten so late. Thanks again for coming with me today.
I'm glad we were able to make some progress.
Me too. We make our way out of the shrine together. When we reach the gate, we say our goodbyes and go our separate ways. My mind is racing with thoughts of Miss Tanaka as I walk all the way home. That was an interesting jump. Did I skip something? No, I didn't. Okay. When I arrive home, I see Erilynn waiting for me in the living room. As soon as she spots me, she jumps to her feet and rushes to my side.
Finally, you're home!
Wow, you're way too excited to see me. I'm taken aback by her sudden appearance. What's wrong? I don't get that vibe. Are you okay?
No, I'm not!
Why? What's wrong?
I've been suffering for hours!
Suffering? This sounds serious. What happened?
What happened is that I have been starving.
Cook some food. I get it, you're a princess, but... What?
There's no food.
What do you mean there's no food? There's plenty of food.
I mean, I checked the kitchen and there was no food.
Oh, you mean no prepared food. Oh, I see. That can't be possible. Aunt Emiko keeps the kitchen stocked. Did they bring everything to the bakery? Let's go take a look. I head to the kitchen. Erilynn follows at my heels. The first thing I notice is the bread on the counter. Opening the fridge, I spot the usual staples of meat and vegetables. There's plenty of food here. Erilynn points to the kitchen table.
No, it's empty.
I point to everything in the kitchen. She's like a cat. It's just like, in the bowl, please. I point to everything in the kitchen. And then what's all this?
They're ingredients to make food, not food.
No, there's still food. They just haven't been, it's not prepared food. Then put those ingredients to use. She looks as if I've suggested she eat her arm. There's bread, ham, and cheese. That's a sandwich. Yeah, you could have easily made yourself a sandwich. Erilynn stares blankly.
Make a sandwich?
Yes! Oh, they're about to do this joke, aren't they? Yes! She continues to stare at me, considering her reaction to the sandwich we ate the other morning. I have a strong feeling I know the answer to the question I'm about to ask. Have you ever made a sandwich before?
Of course not.
It's easy. All you do is grab the bread, make sure that you add any condiments to it, grab your filling, layer them on top.
Hold on.
What?
I'm hearing a whole lot of words coming from you, but don't understand how any of that will cure me of my famine.
So am I going to have to get into the kitchen and make the sandwich? Interesting reversal here. I sigh, fighting back my frustration. If you would listen, then you'd know. She sighs and puts a hand on her hip. It was already there. Finally. Like I was saying, all you need to do is put the condiments and filling between 2 slices of bread. That's it. Erilynn blinks slowly, her expression remaining flat. I'll just make her the sandwich this time. You gon' learn today! You gon' learn today! I don't care if she really doesn't understand what I said or if she's pretending. She's going to have to make the sandwich herself. No? You don't want to? I shrug. I guess you aren't that hungry after all. Her eyes widen.
I haven't eaten all day.
You had a... Everything's here. Just make the fucking sandwich. Well, I told you how to make a sandwich. You should try making one. Oh, now I see. Now it's going the other direction again, which means we're back to normal. This is weird. I cross my arms, remaining firm in my choice. She looks away and flickers her hair in response.
Yes, well, it sounds easy enough. If the simple common folk can do it, then I certainly can as well.
Just a giant face palm. Hey! She looks awkwardly at the ingredients. Maybe she really does need more help than that. Yeah, to help her, please. You know what? All of us talk sandwiches make me hungry too. I think I'll make one for myself.
Just as long as it doesn't interfere with my royal sandwich.
Whatever. She watches me closely as I grab the first slice of bread and put it into my plate. Then she mirrors my movements. Erilynn continues to sneak glances my way. I pretend as if I don't notice, but slow down so she can follow how I build my sandwich. What is this, like a Subway now? As she starts to get the hang of things, I see a smile grow on her face. She watches me spread mayo on one slice of bread and looks curiously at the condiment. Dipping some on a spoon, she tastes it and her face lights up because don't eat mayo like that, please. After adding the last slice, well, I mean, if she just dipped it in there and like licked it a bit, that's fine. But if you're eating mayonnaise, oh God bless you. After adding the last slice of bread, she beams proudly at her creation.
It was simple, just as I expected. And look how magnificent it is!
She glances over at my sandwich.
Yours looks acceptable, but doesn't even compare to the sheer perfection that is mine.
Yeah, you have fun with that. Looks is just one part of it. The taste is more important. Erilynn's smile becomes smug.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I know that mine will taste fantastic.
Okay, you have fun with that. Oh yeah?
I made sure of it by adding a secret ingredient.
Oh, tell me more. What ingredient? Ketchup.
Mayonnaise.
Oh. I blink. That's not a secret. I added mayo too.
Yes, but only on one slice of bread. I added 2 layers of mayo on both slices of bread.
Not gonna lie, she's already a genius. Like, okay. Like, you don't need like a thick thing of mayo, but like, if you just put like thin slice of mayo on the bottom, thin spread of like you know, okay, like a thin-ish spread of mayo on the bottom, thinnest spread of mayo on the top for both breads. Oh, that's where it's like, because then it's like you don't have to like, it's like the mayo just isn't like hitting like a specific part. It's just like you get it all together with all the flavors. She's on to something here.
If having just a little mayo makes it delicious, then having extra mayo will make it extra delicious.
Okay, see, now the question is, how carried away did you get with this? Because if you put too much mayo on the top and the bottom, that shit is disgusting. I don't think that's how it works. She flips her hair. Her smug smile still in place.
I wouldn't expect a mere peasant like you to understand.
I mean, I was with you for a second, then you completely ruined it. Full of confidence, she holds her sandwich and takes a big bite. Oh, she's gonna hate this. Immediately, she freezes. Her eyes grow wide and her smile drops. With great difficulty, she swallows a mouthful.
It's delicious.
I bet it is. She forces down another bite. Offer her your sandwich. I admire your dedication. What's delicious is karma. I admire your dedication. Delicious, huh?
Of course.
I watch on with amusement as she continues to make a show of eating the sandwich. It's slow going, but she finally finishes it. That's some dedication just to prove a point. She straightens up a bit.
There was no point to prove. It was very delicious, just as I said it would be, and that's why I ate it all.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you'll excuse me, for entirely unrelated reasons, I'm going to drink a glass of water.
Yeah, you might want another one after that. She pours herself a glass and downs it in one gulp. After a moment, she pours herself a second glass and finishes that too. Once we're finished, oh my god, she literally exactly did too. Once we finish eating, Erilynn stretches in a wide yawn, a wide yawn, sorry, I can't read.
Oh my, well, I'm going to go and rest. I've had such a long day.
Ah, a long day of what?
I'm nearly starving to death. Trying to just survive takes so much energy.
This isn't Don't Starve, it's a visual novel. Every day just seems to be a long day for you. She glares at me, putting her hands on her hips.
It's not by choice, I assure you.
Mm-hmm. I smile and respond. If you're ever stuck in a similar situation, at least now you know how to make a sandwich. Her face melts into a proud smile.
Yes, all in a day's work.
Sure. She turns to leave. Your plate. Oh no, she's not gonna learn how to wash dishes today. Kyrian, just take your losses on this one. Pausing, she briefly glances at it, then flicks her wrist in dismissal.
Oh, yes, I'm done. You can take it away.
Just take the loss on this one, dude.
Good night.
That's exactly what we're doing. She gracefully exits the room. My gaze goes flat. Next time I'll have to teach her how to do the dishes. I clear the plate and clean up the kitchen before going upstairs. Mina is still out with her friends, and Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime are closing up the bakery. Taking advantage of the quiet, I get started on my homework. I work until I lose focus, and then I browse the internet for a bit. When my eyes struggle to stay open, I get ready for bed. For long, I'm fast asleep. Bam, 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 bam. The sun shines through my window, burning away the fog of sleep. Blinking open my eyes, I glance outside. For once, I have no obligations because it's Sunday. The thought energizes me and I get ready for the day. Both Mina and Erilynn's doors are closed. That's fine with me. I could use a quiet morning. After freshening up, I head downstairs to grab a bite to eat. There's a loaf of custard bread on the table with a piece already torn off. That must mean Mina is awake. She loves the stuff. Nope, that does not mean Mina's awake. I catch the savory smell of meat and see the steamer. Uncle Hajime must have prepared meat buns for us too. That's a little bit more accurate. After eating, I clean up and relax in the living room when the ring of the doorbell surprises me. I'm not expecting anybody. I wonder who it is. Kira! When I open the door, I'm greeted by Kosei's smiling face. Okay, it's a K.
My man! Aren't you glad it's the weekend? I have the day off, so I thought I'd swing by.
It's so funny because the voice I wanted to do for him was like such a douchey kind of like New York, like not necessarily a Wall Street kind of guy, but a dude who wants to live that lifestyle of just like, I live in Manhattan and I have like a really cool lifestyle. Here, I'm Kosei, man. Because either that or like wants to pretend he's like a Hollywood dude, and it fits too well, especially with that attire. Hey, come on in. He barely waits for me to step aside back before he lets himself in, kicking his shoes off in the process.
You like doing anything in particular today? Where should we go?
I can't help but notice Kosei's choice of outfit, and while his clothes are clean, they show a few signs of wear and tear. Most importantly, they're a few decades out of fashion. I'm curious what time period we're supposed to be in, now that he said that. None of that is surprising. Kosei's had his vintage style for as long as I've known him. That doesn't mean that I've stopped noticing it, though. I will say there is a little bit of a, I don't know what decade. I guess an 80-ish vibe to him. Like a little bit. Like I see it. But also, like, flannel, and that's not flannel. Plaid is, like, common. Although, I guess it's starting to phase out. I don't know. Whatever. Vintage is in. To party like it's 1999? I don't know if 99's the year I would go with. Everyone has their own style. Kosei would stick out like a sore thumb if we went anywhere other than the past. The 90s called. They want their clothes back. That's weird. I would go with the 80s. I would go with, like, mid-late 80s. I guess you would go 90s, too, because that's, like, grunge. But I would say, like, early 90s. Same thing. He scoffs.
Some people just don't appreciate good fashion.
Or the lack thereof?
This is classic vintage. It's the epitome of fashion these days.
He's not wrong. Are you sure you aren't just wearing old hand-me-downs?
Of course not. I bought this with my own money. There's no better way to stand out than to deviate from the norm.
He's got the standing out part right, yeah. But to answer your question, I don't have anywhere in mind. What about you? Kosei shakes his head.
Not particularly. We can stay in instead. I'm all about relaxation.
Works for me. We could play something on the console.
Yeah, man. It's been a while since I got to demolish you in Crash Bros.
Oh, no. I will wreck you in a heartbeat. We head up to my room and search through my games. Kosei excitedly checks out the newest release my parents brought back from their latest business trip to the US. I usually get a game before he does, and we'll try it out together. After booting everything up, we select teams to start to play. Ace Academy Fighters. Ace Academy Brawl.
So, are you looking forward to the club fair next week?
No, I'm looking forward to kicking your ass with my gear. Yeah, are you?
Definitely. I know which club I want to join now, too.
I thought you were joining the soccer club. I'm confused. Soccer. He gives me a knowing look.
What about you? Which club will you join?
Who said I was joining a club? Oh, I guess I am joining a club. Science club. No. Debate club. Actually, I would very much be interested in that. Acting club. I used to do theater. Theater broke up with me 9-10 years ago. Swimming. It's also something I used to do, but not very long. It was like a year or two. Soccer. Not my thing, really. I played it, but not really my thing. Anime club. I mean, anime's cool. I like how I just kind of buried anime there a little bit. I still watch it. Which I want to actually do a video on Kakagurui soon. That Kakagurui and also Dagashi Kashi, I think is the name of that show. Anyway. I'm really debating this one. But what if I say also soccer? I feel like this is just gonna be like a rib on like the people who play this. Fuck it, let's go. No. I'm curious. With all the practice I get arguing with me, and I think my skills will best suit the debate club. A sly grin cuts across Kosei's face.
You've had a lot of practice debating, huh? So you think you're pretty good?
Still, yep.
Would you consider yourself a master at it?
Oh, all for a self-satisfactory masturbation joke. I frown. Don't you say it.
Perhaps a master debater?
Get out of my house. Yeah, that's just get out. Kosei laughs. So all that, so they all lead up to a silly joke. We continue to chat as we play. As is general, the trend with Kosei, the more, as is generally the trend with Kosei, the more into the game he gets, the quieter he becomes. Sooner, we're both getting into the competitive spirit as we play against each other. Suddenly, a knock on the door interrupts us. Erilynn. Who is it? It's Erilynn. Kosei mutters under his breath.
Must be Mina coming to kill the vibe.
Nope, it's Erilynn. In response, the door bursts open. Erilynn stands in the frame. What a surprise! You can't just barge in here.
I didn't. I knocked.
You're supposed to answer my question and wait for me to invite you?
How tedious. I announced my presence by knocking. You'd find out who I was after opening the door.
Kosei stares in wide-eyed wonder. He scrambles to his feet as he has the biggest boner ever.
That's Erilynn!
Yes, it is. Yes.
She's here!
Yes.
In your house!
Yes. Still yes.
Dressed like a hot fantasy princess.
Yes. She likes to cosplay.
Why do you sound like this is a totally normal situation? Wait, am I still asleep? That must be it.
No. Kosei pinches himself and winces. As reality dawns, he turns for me for an explanation. Oh, right. I guess we never mentioned Erilynn's living situation to him. So, funny story. She actually lives here. So when you thought that she was into me, no, it's not a thing. But you probably still don't have that great of a shot.
She what?
Kosei's eyes bug out, and his words are all a choked squeak. Erilynn waves his hand in front of her face. Waves her hand in front of her face as if waving away an annoying... Oh, I see. So she would be like that. As if waving away an annoying fly.
I require your assistance at once.
I glance over to Kosei and back to Erilynn. In case you haven't noticed, I'm a little preoccupied. She crosses her arms.
With what?
Video games. I think you mean with whom? Oh, Kyrian. You're that kind of a person. I love you. I point to Kosei, who remains frozen in shock and confusion. She glances at Kosei and then back at me.
Well, Mina told me that the homework I was assigned needs to be completed.
Okay, cool. You can do your homework then. Okay.
But she won't do it for me.
Yeah, because it's your homework. Sounds about right.
So I'm going to need you to complete it for me instead.
No fucking chance. Seemingly out of nowhere, she pulls out a stack of workbooks and drops it next to me. With a smug smile, she turns away.
I'll come collect it in the evening.
Yeah, you're gonna collect it with it being completely empty and blank. What is even going on? Wait a minute. She pauses, fixing me with a bored look. Pass Erilynn back to Mina. I kind of want to do that. Offer to help her with her homework. Nope. Give her back her books. Yep. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to pass you back to Mina. I don't want to deal with this. Mina's more patient with this sort of thing anyway. You said Mina wouldn't do it for you, but did you ask her to help you? Erilynn crosses her arms, her eyes flashing.
Of course I did. But Mina is assisting her mom right now and can't help me. That leaves you.
I push down the jolt of irritation. I don't think she'll leave me alone until I agree. No! Fine, I'll help you. No! Erilynn sighs and settles at my desk, resigned to her fate.
Very well. That's how it must be. Then let's get started.
I meant later. I'm still hanging out with Kosei right now. Erilynn furrows her brow.
What's a Kosei?
At the mention of his name, it's just so funny that she said it again. Kosei awakens from his stupor. He jumps up. It's a me.
Me, Erilynn? I'm a Kosei. I'm Kosei.
Erilynn looks at him as if she's seeing him for the first time. She puts on a gentle smile, her regal air returning.
Oh, I see. Do we know each other?
Somewhat. I'm just putting something together. I read it, I saw it, and I'm just realizing it. Why didn't I just picked up on something, and I'm curious if they'll do that. It has to be. There's no way you give her that, and you okay. I can't say it out loud. I imagine everybody knows what I probably just picked up on. It was like blackjack and you slow or something. But I like when you see it, it's different. You know what I mean?
We go to school together.
Mainly because in dialogue they don't bring that much attention to it. But now that I saw it, I was like, oh, I get it now. Her face is still blank.
I'm in your class.
Oh.
After a little exclamation, she gets up and walks away. We both watch in silence as she exits. Once Erilynn is out of view, Kosei flops onto his back on the floor.
She didn't even get to the point of rejecting me.
Well, at least your expectations are in line. He clutches at his chest.
That comment would have hurt if I wasn't already dead. Wait, I think this is still a dream. This entire scenario doesn't seem remotely possible.
I mean, you're not wrong, but... He pulls his hand back and slaps himself across the face. Dedication. Seriously, dude? With no change of result, he flops down again. Maybe she'd remember you if you did her homework. I bet if you did her homework, she'd for her, she'd remember you.
We both know that's not true.
Hey, listen, just try. You never know until you try. Damn it! Kosei listlessly flops his head on the side and stares at me. Yeah, okay.
What have I done to deserve such cruelty? How can I be so unmemorable?
I'm pretty confident that you're not the problem in this case. My words fall on deaf ears as Kosei lets out another long groan. Footsteps echo in the hallway, which is immediately followed by a breathless Mina. She pops her head into the doorway.
Are you okay, cuz? I heard a thud, and then a loud...
Yeah, I heard your loud future ex-boyfriend too. She pauses when she sees Kosei on the floor. Straightening back up, the concern melts off her face.
Oh, it's just Kosei.
Just as quickly, she turns away. Well, that was record timing. Maybe the hilarity of the situation will pull Kosei out of his mood. Hey, Kosei! He continues to stare at the ceiling.
Yeah.
You seem to be pretty proficient at repelling women today. Oh, aye, please, hey, ears. Kosei finally sits up. His face is grave as he returns to his feet.
I need to go home, man.
Why? What's wrong? Kosei shakes his head.
I need to do some introspection or something and reevaluate my life.
And you're like, dude, relax. Or we could just keep gaming. He shakes his head again.
No, not even video games can fix this. I'll see you later.
Alright, fine, bye. Jeez. Kosei shuffles out of the room. I follow him to the door and send him off, trying my best to encourage him. He'll be fine, I'm sure of it. Well, pretty sure of it. And now this is the part where you normally get to decide who you want to hang out with for a sweet weekend event. But fuck you, it's a demo. If this wasn't just a demo! Thank you for playing Ethereal Enigma. We hope you enjoyed it. There is currently a Kickstarter campaign. I already did this advertisement for you. This is our shameless plug to ask you for your help. Please consider supporting us to make Ethereal Enigma the best that it can be. Bring me to your Kickstarter. No. Maybe later. Yeah. We're ending this game. Thanks again for playing. We'll hope you consider supporting us in the future. Never. I'm never giving you $25 a month ever again. And that is Ethereal Enigma, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on the demo journey for this game. Again, if you do actually enjoy it and you think, oh, well, this is something interesting, I'd definitely like to see a little bit more of this. Link down below to their Kickstarter. Also, they have done games in the past, which you can check out on my channel, either Crystalline or you can check out Ace Academy, which I've done 2 playthroughs of. And then, you know, they've also got a Discord that you can join. Everything like that is down below. But until next time, and when Ethereal Enigma is actually released, I guess I won't be really doing anything Ethereal Enigma related, obviously. Although I will say, this scene, I kind of wish the animation was like in this style, or like the story was in this style, because it's so cool to see things like move. But obviously, it's like, you know, there's a lot of money and resources that go into that. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. I'll see you all next time. Bye.